Something is amiss. Good evening, everyone. How to find bias. When was the last time you traded on a Sunday? When I became profitable? No joke. Last time I traded on a Sunday was when I was actually profitable. I just stopped doing things that was causing me to lose. And trading on a Sunday was causing me to lose. Trying to trade, well, I trade every day now, but I don't have to trade every day because y'all sit like sometimes I sit there all day like and unless they sweep something or they give me something that I specifically back tested, then I will not take a trade. So yeah, literally the last time that I traded on a Sunday was when I was unprofitable, and the last time that I traded on a holiday was when I was unprofitable. So I took a loss on that, and like I looked at it and I was like, I'm losing almost every single time I do this. Why would I want to do this for? Why would I not just want to wait until Monday? So I stopped doing that. Bro, start laughing. In any event, bro, start laughing. Hmm, hmm. That was funny. Yeah, it was crazy. Um, let's see. So we got. Okay, 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 okay. Hmm. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. No. Fuck. Now it's following me wherever I go. Okay. This camera's autofocus. This shit needs to be fucking studied. Autofocus is literally almost too good. Fucking autofocus is literally a pain in the ass. I'm sorry, not the autofocus, the auto tracking. Whatever. That's a pain in my ass. Okay. Good morning. Okay, sorry. Someone was like, hey, bro, you not. Look at this. I got a stain on my shirt. All right, because I went out to eat. That's why I'm dressed like this. I was hanging out with my dad, my brother, and my dad's brother. Um, okay, we're getting ready to start the class now. Hold on real quick. Let me go get my other phone. Sorry, I had to go get my other phone. Hold on. Double check this. 6 grand to the first 4 people that message me grace. I'm not gonna give you no grace block. Come on, bro. Stop doing that. Are you stupid? You scamming people, man. You don't got 24,000 to give out. Fucking goofy. Your ass blocked. How's that? I'll read out the comment, then I'll block you. Make you wonder what happened. Man, with that weird shit. Anyway, glad I didn't short. Nah, there's no scenario where you should be shorting this. They're trying to engineer liquidity 7-4. I seriously don't think they're going any lower than where this opening minute candle was. Like this right here was a classic. I'll explain that in a little bit. Do you think this is broken out on a daily? Nah, we're just in no man's land. Goofing around. Ain't nothing been broken out. We're in multi-day sell side delivery program, and we're just goofing around. That's it. Hold on. Hold on. Pause it.
Hey yo, E. Yo, E.
Oh shoot. Sorry guys. Yeah, sorry guys. I was on mute while I was talking. I apologize, but I'll let Grant ask this question. I was talking for the last minute.
Nah, bro, the whole Apex thing kind of crazy. You don't gotta, you don't gotta make the videos no more. No screenshots or record your trading or anything like that no more. What
How?
you think about that? That's what they said on their page.
What? On the page, or they said that over like email?
Nah, on their website.
Yeah, that's crazy. They do that shit. They do this the moment that they deny me for a $25,000 payout.
Bro, that's insane, bro. Yeah.
Like that's just flat out ridiculous. But
Nah, that's actually insane.
it is what it is. So if that's the case, I'm going to test this theory. So I am going to wait until tomorrow, and I'm going to try my hardest to make $50 on one trade again. And then after I make $50 off this one trade again, then what I'm going to then do is I am then going to request a payout, and I'm going to test them to then see if they're going to then say the no denials anymore. I'm going to fully test that theory. And if not, I'm going to call them on their bullshit. So we'll see.
Or even send them an email, bro. Like let them know, like y'all just deny my payout. Just change these rules and see if you can get that reverted somehow. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. So, um, so we'll see. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. I don't ever get my hopes up. If things happen, things just happen at this point in time. Um, so I don't know. We'll see. So I got $50 more to make, and but I created a little bit more of a buffer. So I'm actually going to do the eval instant pass thing with the accounts. So I'm gonna try and make. So I'm gonna try and turn the money that I made over the last few days into like 25,000 again, and then we'll see. If I do the eval instant pass correctly with that account, and I get the payout, hmm, I might goof around and I might go buy a McLaren 750S. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. If the
All
eval
time.
instant pass hit like how it should, I'm gonna go buy a McLaren. Like if it does, like seriously, like all this is when are you doing the
Nah,
instant
for
pass?
sure,
I'm
bro.
gonna take. I gotta take a look. Yeah, nah, for real.
Nah,
I might.
what's crazy, bro? You became such a amazing trader through the intraday. Now it's about to get even
Yeah,
easier, bro, on the intraday. Nah, like
yeah,
that's insane, bro.
yeah. The end of the day is gonna be a little bit more challenging because I can't do eval instant pass with it. So I'm going to actually have to trade the account, so I can't churn them like how I normally would. So I'm gonna have to watch that. So like I'm gonna have to devise a strategy. So when I get off the stream today, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to literally like every day I sit in the dark almost, like literally just like at my desk in silence, and like I think about trading strategies and I think about how I can manage my risk better. It usually lasts about 60 minutes. I do it every single day. Every single day I'm alive, I do it. But not only just about trading, like I think about things that I can improve on in life. And so like that's going to be the topic that like I specifically start to think about. Like I'm going to think about how I can master that specifically, and like how I can get around that. So that's going to be something that I discuss. But we'll sit down and like we'll cover that in another class, or a little bit
Just
later.
just something I thought about. Like
Well,
you're already super profitable. Why not just attach an eval to one of your, if you're copying four, why not just add one that's an eval in there and then it'll just keep working while you're doing your normal trading.
that is true. That is very true. That is very true. That is very true. That is very true. We're like, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, like, I really could just do the end of day drawdown account, and then just trade like how I normally trade, but just on two or three but just on two or three XIs, and just trade like that for like 3 days. And I mean, just past that, now I have an end of day drawdown account, and I can just take bangers, and just try and hit like a lot of home runs. But I'm gonna have to read the rules. So like I'm just sitting here and like I'm just guessing right off the top of my head, but I'm gonna have to read those rules. And then I'm gonna have to see they're squeezing this higher. Why so? Because they didn't create any imbalances to the sell side and make you think that they're getting ready to seriously reverse this. I do not think that these people are seriously trying to go lower to that. Um, until proven otherwise. I guys, I just think that they're trying to confuse you. Guys, I think that Iranian, re- the only thing that was somewhat triggering was the word that they use. Guys, this has nothing to do with politics. So excuse me. Um, was the word that they used was that Trump said that triggers the market is called regime change. So you have to know what that means. So guys, countries can have arguments all the time. So countries can have arguments all the time and like they can do X, Y, and Z. But the moment that one country says, I want a regime change, that means that that literally means that the current environment, like the current regime, who's currently in charge, they no longer want that. And so obviously that requires an insane amount of like uncertainty, um, volatility within the market. Oil is oil is arguably going to go. Oil is arguably going to shoot up, skyrocket. So many different things factor into that equation. So when you say regime change, that's not like, hey, like we just going to shoot a couple missiles, and hey, like you better listen to us, or hey, you better agree. Okay, so that's what that is. Alrighty, so this market right now is currently unstable. It's unless you know what you're doing, it is advised that you probably wait a little bit in order for things to settle down, in order for things to calm down. We're getting ready to dive into this class right now. So, guys, just for clarification purposes, guys, this is the for all of the new for all the new students here. This is the mentorship class that you get on the weekends. You get 4 of these per month, and it's free if you're inside Discord. If you're not inside Discord, then I'm not answering the trade set of questions for you. So, because why would I? So, so yeah, and the only reason why it's going live right now is because there's a lot of students that's inside Discord that want to tune in on the TikTok. Okay, because they may be driving or whatever the case would be, or maybe easier for them. So I still go live on the TikTok just because, just for them. But so what what platform you doing the instant pass with? Anyone blazing that's one day to pass? Anyone? And just as long as they don't have a consistency rule, so it works with anyone. But the ones I stick with are Bullinox and Apex. So, but that's just me. So you can do it with anyone, to be honest, just as long as they don't got a consistency rule in place. They want to shoot this bullish. Alrighty, let's delve into some things. So Jacob has a question. Jacob says how to find daily bias. Does anyone? I wonder if it would be better for me. Okay, yeah. All right, guys. Does anyone want me to answer the question about how to find daily bias in regards to how I do this? So like, including the people on TikTok, like the students on TikTok, I want to know. Like, do you want me to go over how I find daily bias again? Uh, and what about Discord? I want to know. Um, Now you may be disappointed in this. I'm gonna just let you know this right now. If I get enough yeses, Manai says yes, Cole says yes. Okay, Alan says yes. Okay, okay, okay. We got 2 yeses on the TikTok. Okay, okay, 3 yeses. Okay, you buying stocks or contracts? This is a class that I'm running. Highly unlikely that I'll probably be taking any trades. I live trade every day from 10 to 4 on TikTok, and I start my live trade. I start live streaming at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, Monday through Friday, from Discord at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning to go over the pre-market trading plan that I send up. So I day trade during New York session. Now they'll be trading inside Discord during Asia, and they'll be sharing their screens. So if you're inside here, you can look at them. There's other profitable traders there. Some make 30, $40,000 a day, and they were unprofitable. So before they join here, so they're in here and they're trading. So when this class is over, you might want to talk to them and then see what kind of ideas that they're doing. So they'll send out their trade ideas. Like if you scroll up right now, Mr. 74 is inside Discord, and he said I'm long in it or I'm shorting it. Just made a quick little $170. He's one of the he's one of the students inside Discord. That's been with us for like a month or two. It's a lot of students that's inside here. So, but I personally, but that's just me. I can't trade 24 hours a day. I'm not gonna do that. Alrighty. Don't you not have a daily bias? Correct. That is correct. That's why, yeah, that's exactly why I said that some of y'all may be disappointed whenever I start to discuss my daily bias and I start to break it down. But you don't have to trade like me. So if you want to formulate a daily bias, quote unquote, then then I tell our students, hey, that's perfectly fine. Like if it, whatever it is to help you get to profitability, that's fine. But at the end of the day, my trading style and how I view the market can be paired with any strategy. Like I'm serious. Why? Because I do immediate term trading and it can be paired with any strategy. So even if you swing trade or even if you take intraday trades or trades that last longer than 10, 15 minutes or so and can last up to 3 or 4 hours or or even almost an entire session almost. So even if you are normally taking intraday trades or something like that, right? Um, my trading style can be paired with it. Why? Because if I say there's an insane volume imbalance below or above, you need to not you need to not be shorting it, or you need to not be long in it. For example, you know what I'm saying? So like whatever trading strategy you're looking at, like if I sat here and if I was like, dude, like how I told you, I was like, guys, you know my rules. If there's no volume imbalance being created in here, what the hell makes you think that there? What the hell makes you think? What the hell makes you think that these people are trying to go lower right now? Why are you trying to short this for? If there's no volume balance that was created over here in order for them to consider and seriously trying to hunt sell side. So you would at least maybe wait for a first presented. I mean, like that's just like this is just one example, right? Um, maybe on like a pullback, like you would long it into one of these imbalances here in order to target a higher draw on liquidity up here higher. Like my rules, like don't chase at the top, don't buy the top, don't short it down here at the bottom. Don't look at bare flags like this. Bare flags don't exist. Like m- how I trade can be can be used for anyone's trading strategy. That's why it's essential for you to watch me trade, listen to what I'm saying, understand the terminology, get familiar with Discord, and then we have dozens of profitable models inside here that I don't even trade. So you can pair it with what you already know or what makes you the most comfortable. And you can keep doing whatever you're doing. Like, I don't know what you need in order for you to finally get there. Like, there was a student here that was making four, maybe $5,000 a month, and then he joined, and like literally within like a week or two, he started making $5,000 to $10,000 a day, and like he was, he's averaging like 60, $70,000 a month now. So, I mean, it could be paired with anything. So I don't know. Like, you might need to be in here in order to get you over that hump a little bit. I don't know. But in any event, I'm getting ready to go over daily bias right now in regards to how I look at things. What indicators do you use? Nothing but simple raw price action. This is nothing more than just an FEG indicator. That's it. But obviously, I can read this myself, right? But it just saves me time from being able, from having to draw it out myself. But nevertheless, though, I still draw out all my 15-minute bitsies and all my 15-minute sibbies manually, like this right here. So, and once they get filled, I delete them. So this over here, so that one over there got filled, and I go to a 15-minute time frame, and the FEG indicator is right here, and I just go like this for all of the new students that are wondering. So like I'll do this, and I'll go here, just like so, like that. So that's a 15-minute busy, and then I'll mark out this 15-minute busy. I really don't like to do the 15-minute opening gap. Why? Because it's a gap. So it doesn't have the same effect as one that was created whenever the market was open. So I just leave that alone. I still pay attention to it, but I just leave it alone. What's the indicator called? It's inside Discord, but it's called FEG Nephew Sam. My settings are inside Discord on how I have it configured. In any event, look at that dump. They might start on the sell side. In any event, guys, this is how I go over daily bias here. Let me check the Discord. Okay, Alan says yes. Okay, guys, this is how I go over daily bias. Guys, for me personally, there is no daily bias. Why? Because the market does not have a bias. The only true bias of the market is on a multi-year basis. It's just inherently designed to go higher. So once you start understanding what this market's objective, what the market's goal is, then trading will become easier for you. I'm just being 100% honest with you. Trading will become easier for you the moment you understand that it does not have a bias. The reason why I don't like that, and that's where I begin to differ from the master ICT himself, is just strictly because like to me, a bias means that the market just has like a legitimate bias to where like it is biased in order to do something or it has to do something because of this. The market does not have to do anything, and it doesn't owe you anything. So, like the moment I stop saying, bro, who the hell is buying up here? Or dang, who the hell is selling down here? Man, this is a bullish bias. Why do we keep going lower? Or man, this market's supposed to be bullish. I mean, bearish. Why the hell we keep squeezing like this up here in a straight line like this? It's war news. It's bearish bias. Why are we squeezing? The moment I decouple my brain from that, my profitability shot through the roof. So like, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, who wouldn't think that this is a bearish bias? So why is it that from the first moment that the market opened, we never went any lower? Like why do we open, squeeze, and pull it back, and then now we're squeezing again higher? Why? Like, tell me what the bias is here. Like, I'm talking on today. Like, what is it? Like, you don't know, right? So that's probably why some of y'all getting stumped up. So in any event, you need to understand that first off and foremost. Okay. The next thing is this is how I start out every single trading day. And so I do this inside the pre-market meeting at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning to help the students. Whenever I break down the pre-market trading plan that I send out every single morning, so the students are prepared going into the New York session trading day. So in any event, I always typically maybe like to start out on like a daily candle. Sure, I'll do that. Right? So sure, like maybe like I'll do that, right? Or honestly speaking, like I could really look at a 15-minute candle. So your day needs to start out on the SPX. Period, point blank. Why? Because this market's not going anywhere without the S&P 500. So also like on as to why you're not even looking at the S&P 500, but you're trading NQ. I don't know who told you that, but you need to be paying attention to that. So that's probably why you're getting cooked on trades too, because you're not seeing something the SPX is trying to do, or ES is trying to do, and you're just oblivious to wherever ES is trying to go. And ES is literally dog walking NQ higher or lower, depending upon whatever it's trying to do. Okay. The only bias that this market has is where is it trying to go to fill orders at? Anything else is irrelevant. So I'm sorry. And people say, well, bro, that's false, bro. You know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. This market does have a bias, bullish or bearish. That's false. Get it out your head. I don't give a damn what ICT says. I use to run my own hedge fund, and I'm telling you, trust me. Excuse my language. I might not be in so much of a joking mood today. Excuse my language. Fuck ICT. I'm telling you. Get it out of your head. This market does not have a bias. Why? Because they hold the key. They hold the key. They know, guys, listen, I'm getting ready to explain it to you why they don't have a bias. What's this? Everyday bias is unrealistic. Determine the likely weekly expenditures. Look for, hold on. Where'd you get that from? From Discord. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that from, Jacob? Jacob sent this out. Where'd you get that from? ICT. Everyday bias is unrealistic. Correct. Identifying balances and prices. Correct. I like that. Focus on the high. Correct. Okay, yes. Yes, correct. Okay, good. So I'm going just based off of the generic thing that people like to say, oh, ICT bias, look on a daily. That's what I'm talking about. But ICT is correct. Everyday bias is unrealistic. But let me explain this to you in layman's terms. This is very important. They hold the key. So they know that in order for you to lead, guys, imagine if you were in my imagine if you were in my condo. So imagine, guys, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, little condo. It's okay, little 3-bedroom, 3-bath, little penthouse. It's okay. But imagine it's sweet now, right? You like it, you know what I'm saying? Solid views. Okay, cool. But you don't live here. You have to go home. So you can't live here. Imagine if, in order for you to leave, you have to purchase. No, I'm sorry. In order to get inside my apartment, you have to either purchase this pen, but you have to come here to survive. Because this is because we're doing business in here. We're conducting serious business in here. The key to this place is this yellow pen or this one. It doesn't, or my chapstick. Either one. It doesn't matter. But in order for you to leave and to go home from making the money or even losing the money, because you have to go home. Everyone has to go home. You cannot live here. You have to purchase the other one for the same exact price or even slightly higher even because the spread may be larger. Who knows? Because if the spread is larger because of war news, then you're going to get cooked. Not cooked, but it's going to be a lot harder. But I'm not going to confuse you. I've said this story about 3 or 4 times over the entire time of me streaming. Okay, if I know this and I own this place, why would I care which one that you purchase first? Hey, okay, what do you mean by that? Because they know if you buy, you have to sell, and when you sell, you have to buy. So, like, if you short it, you have to cover it by buying it, correct? Whether or not you make money or not is completely irrelevant. So you have to do that. When you buy, you have to sell this shit eventually. Well, that's not true. I hold for a year. Okay. Oh, well, what happens if I die? Well, if you get unalived randomly, like in real life, not during trading, in real life, someone's going to sell your position for you. So they will still have to pay that commission. So one way or another, they know this. But 99.999% of people do not even fit that bill. Okay. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you, Eduardo. Sorry, create another account. No scamming. I'm not interested in fucking 99% of profits being kept. I'm not interested in that. That sounds like a scam. If you come in here flashing anything that sounds like a scam, you're gonna get blocked. Create another account. Anyway, bro, stop trying to scam people, bro. Actually make your own fucking money. Like all jokes aside, bro. Dude, learn what we're doing, bro, and then you can make more money than scammers. Like all jokes aside, bro. You'll be making more than $5,000 to $10,000 a day. Like once you begin to understand it, scamming and then doing illegal activities is literally going to be the last thing on your mind. Scamming and illegal activities has a cap on it. It has a cap. Sure, like it might get you to the next day, but there's a cap on it. There's nothing. There's nothing like finding a specific niche to where you can then make money legally, and then like it can be amplified. Scamming cannot bring you $5,000 to $10,000 a day. And then the moment that you get caught scamming, they're going to take everything back from you with your freedom, and it's going to cost you.
Yeah, that shit always come back and
Yes,
bite you in the ass.
absolutely, and it's going to cost you 1, 2, 3 times as much more than what you initially got out of it. The moment that you get caught. So scamming has a cap on it. Scamming is like a means to an end. So you can't make more money than once you begin to seriously understand how to seriously make money. So scamming is not fulfilling. But in any event, let me finish this point. Do you know people that scam in real life? Of course I do. I live in Atlanta. I know people that are scammers. Not personally know them, but like yes. Well, as a matter of fact, I do know one of them personally. He's in prison right now, but 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 I know of him. Yes, I used to play basketball with him, and he owned a Lamborghini Urus in Atlanta. So the scammers in Atlanta, some of them literally drive around in Lamborghinis. So, you know, but in any event, that's irrelevant. Do they ever listen to you? Nah, because I don't converse with them. What I got to speak to them about? They're scamming. In any event, let's get back to the pen here. So the pen works just like how I said. They manufacture, guys, listen, I don't care which one of these you buy first if I know you have to buy the other one in order to leave the store. So with that being said, you need to understand that there is no daily bias. You seriously, like all this aside, like you need to understand that. So like that's how the market works. Alrighty? To change their perspective and maybe affect their life in a positive way. Nah, it's not that deep. I understand that I can't save everybody. I understand that. I'm willing to save anybody that's willing to listen here and that's willing to invest $11 per month and $29 per month. But even then, like I said, I'm not even going to sell it. But even then, I'm not going to sell it on people. People are going to have to see the results for themselves, and then you're going to have to personally get to the point to where you want to do that. I am only going to be invested in trying to change your life whenever you're willing to finally listen. Not you, but whenever when third person wise, whenever you as an individual decide to make that decision, I cannot make that decision for you. It is not my job in order for me to try to convince anybody. And never in my life will I ever, at this point in time, I will never try to convince someone in order to try to do something. I will never do that. But if you're willing to seriously go, man, you know what? Okay, I'm willing to listen and I'm willing to humble myself and I'm willing to show up every single day, then yes, I will show up to bat for you as long as you want to be a part of this community. But other than that, no, because it's not my responsibility in order for me to change that person. So the moment that people realize how hard it is to change themselves, then they'll actually really or to break the bad habits that they have personally, then they'll realize that trying to change a random stranger is literally almost completely like functionally useless. You know the bad habits that you have personally, and how many times do you keep on forsaking yourself? You know for a fact that you shouldn't be trading during certain times. You know for a fact that you shouldn't be tilted. You know for a fact that you shouldn't be late to work. You know for a fact that you should pay your bills on time, or that you shouldn't go out on dates or spend money on random shoes, or to be better invested into your job. You know for a fact that you need to get more sleep. But yet you keep on forsaking yourself and you keep on goofing around and you keep on playing in yourself, playing around with yourself. You know for a fact what you need to be doing, what you don't need to be doing, personally, whoever you are. But yet you still have a hard time breaking those bad habits with whatever they are, smoking, drinking, whatever. I don't know what you're doing in your spare time, and I don't care. Now imagine trying to change like another stranger, like trying to convince another random stranger to then change their habits. It's literally like beating your head against a brick wall. You're wasting your time. So that's why. So like once I understood that, and I spoke to this one dude that's really good on philosophy, like like I started listening to him. Once he said that, like I ceased doing that. Sounds like talking to my girlfriend. Yeah, but you have a vested interest in trying to change your girlfriend. There's no vested interest. Shit, Mozzie. You got a vested interest. She can give you children or whatever the case may be, or you know what I'm saying. You got a vested interest in her. So in any event, so daily bias. Let's get back on track. Why? Because 8:51 and I haven't finished this point yet, guys. Every single day you need to start on the SPX. So as it stands right now, ES is down about 0.5%. Every single day, you need to see whether or not that we're gapping up or gapping down. So considering that we're gapping down right now, where the 4 o'clock candle opened at over here was here at 687839. The 4 o'clock candle opened at. So we need to put an alert at crossing up over here on the SPX, and the alert needs to be this. The alert needs to say gap fill. The gap fill 3/1. You need to be looking at where the imbalances are. Anyone needs help flipping money? Damn me. Block. I'm not even gonna respond to that. You ain't flipping no money, nigga. Why don't you flip your own money? I never understood that from scammers. Like, if people just exercise common sense, like, dude,
That's the thing. You're expecting common sense to be common, bro.
yeah, it's fucking
You know those
insane.
emails that come from Haiti that they be like, "Oh, I'm a prince. I have $1 million. I just need 20,000 to get." Yeah, bro. They catch so many people.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy to me. Hold on. Yeah, bro. That's crazy to me.
It's
Hold
just
on.
percentages, bro. If it,
Hold on real quick. Because I don't think that Discord can hear, because I don't think TikTok can hear the Discord audio. Hold on. Let me double check this. Hey, Diego, start talking again.
yo, it's the word.
Nope.
What you saying? Chopping it up on a nice Sunday, trying to stay away from the scammers.
Went out. Oh, okay, yeah. The audio went out. Anyway, um, so yeah, the Discord audio went out, so they're not gonna be able to hear you right now. Discord, can y'all hear me? Diego, can you hear me, bro? No bullshit. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah, we hear you. You good? I don't know if you're talking, but now we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I'll figure out the desktop audio or something
There you go.
a little bit later. Okay, cool. Um, so let's get through this point here, because this is taking ridiculous. But I don't have too many questions here. I was getting distracted. Technical difficulties, guys. Guys, listen. This is how my daily bias works. I apologize for the people that were expecting this question to literally be answered within 5 minutes. I'm so sorry. Fuck. Daily bias is answered like this, guys. You need to figure out where these people are trying to go potentially. Like, all just aside, like that's how bias works. And so, like, I'm looking at intraday bias. The first thing is going to be whether or not that we gap up or gap down, because that's going to be a draw on liquidity. Guys, I'm looking at liquidity here. Okay, so for SPX, the answer to that is going to be here. And what's this? It says we're gapping down about 0.6%. And we have not essentially eclipsed it. Guys, if we opened up the New York session right now, that would be here and here. So, if we sweep this, I'm going to be on high alert. If we're goofing around over here into this zone, then and we start creating imbalances like this, then I'm going to assume that we're getting ready to try and target this higher. If we gap down over here and flash this here, and then bounce and then do some shit like this and create another imbalance off of a pullback, I am then going to assume that we're going to then come here. So my trading ideas are then going to be aligned to then trying to target liquidity, if that makes sense. That is literally all that I am doing. This is how I will go an entire month and a half straight without losing, because I'm looking at the liquidity itself. And it doesn't necessarily have to be major intraday targets like this and this. Guys, it can be something that's like internal, for example. Like, for example, let me give you a perfect example here. If we do something like this, like, let's just say we had a rejection up here, and like I had something up here that I was managing my risk off of that was created prior in the day. This right here, this low right here, is an internal draw on liquidity. So I could very well short this right now and then make 70 ticks. Guys, 70 ticks 2 times a day is literally almost all that you need in order for you to get rich. Do you understand that? Do you understand that if you took 70 ticks off 5 contracts twice a day, you would make $300 a day per account? Like, just one account, that's $300 a day. Do you understand that doctors make that amount of money? Sometimes lawyers, like mid-entry or entry-level lawyers, make that amount of money like in a day. Like, I'm sorry, that's more than that. That's 175. That's not 300. That's $350. That's like lawyer or doctor money almost. Do you understand that, dude? And that's just off 5 micros and going from here to here and targeting these internals. So like, I'm looking for something like I can manage my risk off of in here or something. Like a serious imbalance being formed to then make me think that they're getting ready to target internals. You don't need guys, you don't need 1,000 ticks, dude. Who told you that? Now Chilo does that inside Discord, but that's because that suits his personal guys. That suits his personal trading style. That's Chilo. And so if you already comfortable making 500 to 1,000 ticks consistently, then hey, do that. Don't let me change you. If you a multi-millionaire already off this, then shit. What the hell are we talking about? Then you just need to be inside Discord to just hang out and just chop it up with us, like like a lot of them are. Why? Because it's $29 per month. So why wouldn't they want to have a community where they can bounce ideas off of high-level professional traders, and that trades live almost 23 hours a day? Like, why not? So so why not? So like that needs to be your reasoning. But otherwise, you need to be thinking conservatively. You need to be looking at where they're potentially going, and like you need to be taking trades of 3 to 5 micros at the absolute most. And then like even if you don't perfectly time it, and like if they come back into like a zone like this on like a pullback, then you need to add another 3 micros with high level conviction that they're still going to go lower, and you need to be managing risk off of it accordingly, so that you can then enter into your normal size, and your normal size should be no more. If you're on a 50K account, your normal size should be no more than 2 minis, which is 20 micros. Otherwise, you're liable to blow your account on like any candle. On like any serious candle against you, you can blow your account. So that's what you need to be doing, and you need to be conservative. So there's intraday bias, like how I showed just now, and then there's immediate term bias. Like in the immediate term, I think they're gonna come over here and sweep this. That's just that is seriously what I believe. Like on God, why? Because they got this weird ass pattern going on over here, where like this shit is just going flat like this. But would I trade during Asia right now? No. Why? Because Asia likes to do a lot of weird ass fake outs. So I don't know what these people's getting ready to do. I don't know. But this is something that I would personally take during New York session right now. I would have shorted that just now. In any event, why? In order to then try and target this low over here. During New York session, I would literally short this shit like this. And then I would target this low over here like this. And I would just be like 40, 50 ticks or so. And then like if they go higher, then I would be willing to add higher. But that's just what I would personally do. Don't be sitting here trying to copy my trades, just so you know. But again, I don't trade Asia. This is literally just easy ass trading, trying to target internals and trying to look at bias. In any event, what else was I getting ready to do? So that's that, like, so that's that, like, as far as that's concerned. Guys, so I'll look at SPX, guys, and then like I will then also try to look at internals and maybe some externals in order to try and see like where we're at, right? Guys, and I'm just trying to see where the market is likely to then go, to then try and go fill orders within that session. And that is literally it. And then I will mark out my 15-minute bissies across everything. And, and like I'll just let the cars be lay where they lie. Hold on, let me see this. Delete that. Yeah. Let me put this 15-minute busy here. And that's literally literally it. Like if there's no news drivers, then I'm going to expect time distortion. But a lot of the times, guys, I will do that. But then I will also wait during New York session in order for the market to begin to engineer liquidity. Guys, if you just wait 30 to 45 minutes in order for the market to start doing stuff like this, right? Guys, why not like right around 10:30 do you not just start to then target these internals that they've engineered prior, like here, 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 here? Or shit, if we pulled it back and we swept that, like, why would you not want to start targeting stuff like here and here during New York session? Like, I mean, like, how hard is that? Like, why are we trying to make our jobs harder? So I'm not sitting here and I'm not trying to predict. If you sitting here and if you're trying to predict bias, you are trying to predict the market. The best traders in the world are only right 50% of the time. At best case scenario, 55% of the time. The absolute best doing that. I'm talking about like intraday trades. To where like they'll take an intraday trade and like it lasts more than 30 minutes to an hour or so. The best ones in the world trying to predict that shit They are literally right 50, 55% of the time trying to do that. So I don't want to be a part of that crew. I want to be a part of the crew to where I see where they're getting ready to go, and I trade a session that I'm used to trading, and I'm right literally 90% of the time. And 5% of the time I will lose. And then the other 5%, like I'll do like 5 to 7 or so, I'll go break even. I'm right anywhere from 85 to 80. I 100% straight to the TP from the initial entry, no adding. 85 to like 90% of the time. And then the other 5 to 7%, I go break even. And then 5% of the time, I legitimately lose. Like all this aside. I'm being dead serious. So logically speaking, like if this was during New York session, like I would be looking for an imbalance here in order to manage my risk off of, and then like I would seriously consider adding to this position now, for example, for like a slightly better entry. But don't do this, like don't copy this trade here. This is just something that I would do during New York session whenever the volume is 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 uh is uh you know, whenever the volume is there and whenever I'm not liable to be inside of a trade for 2 or 3 hours. Why? Because you can't perfectly time the market every single time. You cannot do that. So like if I would have shorted it here, what I'm going to now do is that like if they give me a chance for a slightly better entry, then I will add one more time to a trade with high conviction with that size. But that's not what I'm trying to do here. Okay? So don't get caught up into this, all right? So like, don't get caught up into this shit. So whenever this goes back to break even, basically, I'm gonna get out of this trade or whatever so that I don't confuse nobody. Okay? Does anybody have any other questions like in regards to bias? But guys, my bias personally revolves around targeting of like internals and shit like that. The targeting of internals, seeing where they're getting ready to go, seeing what's most likely going to happen. That's my ultimate bias, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna get out of this trade over here and break even so that nobody fucking gets confused. So that y'all don't sit here thinking that I'm actually trying to trade this, even though I personally think that you're getting ready to come over here and sweep this. In any event, um, does anybody inside Discord have any other questions? Daily bias. What else we got? So you use New Day opening gap, and if a gap's down, you're bullish. You're bullish to fill a gap. No, I do not use New Day opening gap because, no, I personally do not use New Day opening gap because I've seen them fake it out numerous times. I've seen that before. I think they're getting ready to dump this past the zone at a minimum. This right here was a free 70 ticks, but that's besides the point. I do not use New Day opening gap. I do not do that. Look at that dump. See that? That right there was a perfect example of trading to then try to get a free 70 ticks. This right here is a live example in regards to what I do during the New York session. But I'm not interested. Hold on, let me log into this thing.
Or
However, I'm not interested in what was I going to say? I forget the point I was making, but yeah, nah. But yeah, like I don't trade during Asia. But during New York session, this is exactly what I would do. So like if I shorted it and if they went against me, I will be praying that they went against me so that I can then add larger size slightly to a trade with high conviction once I understand where they're more likely going to go fill orders. So now instead of me being in 1/10 size of like, let's just say 5 micros, I'm now in like 1/3 or 1/4 size of let's just say 10 micros, which is 1 mini. In order to then target the same objective of like 70 ticks. So now we talking about, me making, $350 on one trade versus me making 175. Like, guys, that's literally how I trade. And like if they do something that's like unforeseen, then like I lose on like 1/10 size. That's how I win all the time, just so you know. So I'm not telling you to copy my trading style, but that's just what I specifically do. So uh guys, I don't trade New Day opening gap. I don't do that. Why? Because it's just too unpredictable for me personally. Like I understand the ICT teachings and that's fine. You still need to see New Day opening gap, new week opening gap. But I'm not paying attention to that. I'm looking at where they're trying to go right here, right now. And that's all that I'm doing personally. I'm trying to see where these people are trying to go right here, right now to try and go fill orders. They do not have to fill they do not have to fill a new day opening gap. They do not have to fill a new week opening gap. They don't have to do anything. So I'm personally not paying attention to that, but that's just me. That's why I don't mark the new day opening gap out whenever it's created. I'm not paying attention to that. I don't know what these people are going to do. I'm trying to see where they're trying to go fill orders at and where the imbalances are and what they're targeting. Their first job is to fill orders. Their second job is to create imbalances. Their third job is to fill imbalances. And then it goes around in like a triangle. It's like a cautionary triangle that like it goes around like this. The imbalances at the top, and then like then like on the circle, it's like a Then on the right is to create the imbalances, and then like the next circle is the filling of the imbalances. Then like shit, 2 and 3, like 2 and 3, 2 and 3 can 2 and 3 can be interchangeable sometimes because they might start to fill imbalances without creating imbalances, and that's where like you start to get some weird shit like LRLR or like some weird ass time distortion like this, to where like they'll trickle it down like this without creating any imbalances, and then like they'll fill them, and then they'll start shooting up again, then they'll start creating imbalances. So like you'll get that shit, for example, or yeah. The only time to where they cease trying to fill orders is seek and destroy. And seek and destroy, to where like you'll get a God body candle up and a God body candle down of equal or larger size, and then they'll go sideways for 1 minute, for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then you'll get another God body candle up and then another God body candle down on like some insane stuff. That's a time where you need not be trading. Why? Because Trump is probably talking, or they got some weird shit going on. That's seek and destroy, where they're just intentionally just trying to destroy people, or they won't even be targeting objectives. Like it'll be a God body candle, like up here towards like a liquidity zone like this, and they'll stop it on the dime right before it gets there, and then they'll do some shit like this, and like they'll stop it right before it gets to an imbalance, and then they'll do some shit like this, and then they'll go sideways for 2 minutes, and then they'll dump it down in here like this, and then they'll do some shit like this, and then like everybody gets destroyed. That's called seek and destroy. You need not be a part of that if you can help it, obviously. So that's the only time that where number one is just no longer an objective, to where like they're just not trying to fill orders. Like something weird has happened with the market and they've just turned the computers off. And buyers and sellers are actually seriously in control. You do not want to be a part of a free market. If buyers and sellers are seriously in control, you do not want to be a part of that market. Why? Guys, just stop and just think. Guys, stop. All jokes aside, this is a logical channel. I'm going to get you to use your brain. 98%, 97, as high as 9, as low as 97%, as low as 96 to 97%, as low. It might even be high as 98, 99% of people are not profitable trading or buying or investing. Why the fuck would they leave it in the hands? Why would they leave the greatest financial money-making device or machine in the hands of 97% of people that don't know what they're doing? Why would they do that for? Who would sign off on that? Your Instagram and your TikTok isn't even in your own hands. The algorithm controls what you see from the media. It does. And based off of your region. They have laws surrounding that forces you what to see and what you cannot see. Like if you're in China, you can't use Twitter or X or Instagram. It does not work. Why? Because I've been to China to play professional basketball. I'm sorry. I was not there to play professional basketball. I lied. I'm sorry. I was there in high school. And I remember, ask Diego, you can't use Twitter or Instagram in China. They're controlling what you can see and what you cannot see.
Facts.
So most people don't
I was trying to watch
understand
the
this.
Kobe movie and could not.
Huh?
So I was trying to watch a Kobe movie and could not. But actually, this was during the Baltimore riots. I don't know about you, but I didn't know the Baltimore riots was even happening until we got back.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So if what you consume is not even in your hands and you can search it, but like it won't come up. What the hell makes you think that they will put this in the hands of 97% of people that don't know what the fuck they're doing? Guys, because most people log into this thing and they press buy or sell and like they don't know what they're doing. Like they don't. So why would they do that? So I don't want to be a part of no market to where my money is at the mercy of 97% other people that don't know what the hell they're doing. Who would want to who would want to participate in something like that? Who would want to do that for? So it's not controlled by buyers and sellers like how you think it is. It slightly is, but it's not. It is, but it's not. And I'm telling you from a guy who's running his own hedge fund, I'm telling you, I had to confirm this. Like I literally had to confirm this myself because I didn't believe it. So just take my word for it. I'm fucking telling you. So that's that as far as that's concerned. So what's next? We got look at that. They swept this over here and now I don't know what they're going to do. They tap into 1 in the 515. But I closed at a break even. Why? Because I don't want you to get the idea that I'm actually actively trying to trade this clusterfuck. I can keep on giving trade ideas out all day, just so you know. Does anybody else have any questions, Discord or no? What's war circuit breaker whenever the market dumps like more than like 5% in a single session? But but that's probably not going to happen though. We didn't even have a circuit breaker whenever Russia invaded Ukraine. That didn't even happen then. You're not going to see that. Like someone would like in order to see a legitimate circuit breaker, like the entire world would have to shut down, like COVID-19, or like Russia would say we're getting ready to invade Ukraine. Then you would see a circuit breaker, or Donald Trump would randomly, not scheduled, randomly have to come on television and say the United States is going to war right now. We have boots on the ground, and everyone is going to war. Buckle up. We don't know what the hell is going to happen. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And he would have to say that. Then we would have a circuit breaker. Other than that, you don't got to worry about that. I'm being for real. If he says that, if he says I am deploying active troops and this is over, this is it. I don't care what happens. Everyone's going down. This is it. I'm sick of them. Whoever that may be. I don't know. I'm not even talking about the Iranians. Anybody. Then yes, we will have a circuit breaker. But he has to say it randomly. It can't be priced in. It has to happen randomly, like while the market's open. Because if so, then they'll just factor it in. So they'll factor it in like the market will just yeah. The way the 15-minute close underneath the 50% FEG, the head lower gave me this trade more conviction. Looking at the 522 magnet. What you mean? Magnet to TP. 522. Yeah, 522. We took all the way down in here. Guys, the part that I don't understand, guys, is guys, why are we trying to get 1,200 ticks for? Like, why are we trying to do that, dude? Like, okay. 822. Oh, okay, yeah. I never understood that. Like, guys, of course your win rate is gonna suck. Of course you're only gonna win 35 to 40% of the time. Like, guys, if you're trying to get anything more than 100 to 150 ticks out of a singular trade, your win rate at best is gonna be about 50%, dude. Of course. like, I mean, like literally. Why? Because they don't have to go there. Like they could just go sideways. Because guys, they make money whenever the market goes sideways now. They don't have to go higher or lower. So we need to understand that. But there's actual people that actually try to trade like that, and then they message me and they're like, "Hey man, like I don't get this, man. Like I feel as though I suck." And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, there's a reason because you're trying to. Because I'm looking at your TP, and and you got some shit like this going on,
How much of that do you think has to do with like the imposter syndrome?
huh? And you got some shit like this going on. Of course, bro. Guys, they could do guys. Do you understand they could just do this, and before they get there, they do this, and like they could do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then something randomly happen, and then they do this, and then they'll fully TP you out. Like, dude, or shit, they could just do this, flash it up, tease it, and then go lower. Like, guys, of course. What's your question, bro?
I said, how much of that do you think is the imposter syndrome?
Imposter syndrome, as far as what? What do you mean? I know what that means, but how does that relate
That's
to
one of
this?
the what?
You said what?
Because I mean, because technically, or not technically, let's say just traditionally, right? Most people, majority of people are under the impression that they have to work hard to become successful, right? So
Yes.
usually there's like an imposter syndrome that happens when you end up making money or doing things and getting receiving a reward without having to work hard.
Yes, correct. I would probably say I would probably say that that is not the main thing, but that is a huge thing on as to why people and most people will never be profitable. That ties into the whole psychological factor that I try to decouple people's brains from. Because you cannot have the mentality of, oh well, I need to work extra hard to then make more money whenever it comes to this environment. You need to be trying to take the easiest setups that you can possibly take, and you need to stop once it gets completed, and you need to rinse and repeat that thing over and over again ad nauseum. And you just need to keep it simple. And so the imposter thing comes into the thing as well, like the imposter syndrome. Why? Because most people think that they need to make three or four or $5,000 to get rich. Most people cannot comprehend the fact that you can get rich out of this shit by making $250 to $300 a day. And like once you do that for like several weeks in a row to maybe a month or so in a row, 2 months in a row, like 2 or 3 months in a row of taking solid base hits nonstop, and you stack your money, then like you get more accounts and you start trading 10, 15, 20 accounts. And you do the same exact thing, and now you're literally making $7,000, $8,000 a day. 7, 8,000, $10,000 a day off of like base hits. I'm being dead serious. Dude, you can make $10,000 a
Hey,
day in two trades, literally off of 3 to 5 micros in two trades. Immediate term trade. If you took this trade right here that I just took just now, off of 5 micros, and then you added again over here, and you took 70 contracts, and you made $300, and you were being consistent, and you followed that 10-step method that I have inside Discord to scale yourself up to then be making, $5 to $10,000 per day after just a few months, and you did that shit just twice a day, you would literally make like $12,000 a day, dude. Like, so help me God. I'm literally not even
hey.
I'm not even joking. It's crazy. Yeah, talk to me, bro.
The other day you were talking about breakout trading and how you don't recommend it, how it doesn't work. Would you consider, so like this big red candle, so two candles previous to the one we're on, how it broke out of that range? Would you not consider that breakout trading?
We're here.
And the same thing with the
You
candle
talking
up
about
here on
this?
the
What?
trade that you
What's the
were in.
timestamp?
Nope, back right where we're at, like 2 minutes ago. Like 2 minutes ago
Oh, right
from
here.
where we're currently at.
Yeah, here.
So see how we're breaking out of that little consolidation range. Do you consider that breakout trading or not?
No, I don't. What I personally consider breakout trading is basically establishing like a range or like a high or a low, and then like once you have the feeling that we're getting ready to eclipse that, then you align yourself with that, and then like once we shoot up, then you go break even. That's that to me, because I tried breakout trading myself when I was unprofitable.
That would
And
be
I
like going
tried
long right
that.
now,
And
right?
I tried to make that like a serious profitable strategy. But 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 the breakout trading now immediately goes against it immediately goes against my number one rule, which is I don't buy the top and I don't sell the bottom. So you have to so like you literally have to go against the like literally arguably the number one fundamental rule with trading. Not number one, but like one of the core pillars, like the fundamental values of trading to become a breakout trader, to become even a remotely successful breakout trader, which is you have to buy high and then try and sell higher, or you have to sell low and then try to sell, you sell low and then try to buy back lower, or you have to buy high and then try and sell higher. So like, so like you literally have to be good at ignoring that. So I was getting cooked after that. You stream after you make all your trades? Of course I do. And I of course I do. I live trade and I call all my trades out during New York session. This right here is a mentorship right now that I'm running for the students inside Discord. It's free. So like they get to ask questions and like we get to go over these things and we get the back test and forward test. I don't charge anything for mentorship. They get access to like a millionaire trader who's profitable and who hasn't lost in a month and a half, and I don't charge them anything until they start making $30,000-$40,000 a day. Now I mean like you start at 10 a.m. New York shit, yes, correct. My buddy's normally done, but nah. I'm on live stream most days until 4 o'clock. Answering trade setup questions and welcome to trade setups. And it's free. Once you're inside Discord, it's free. So yeah, no. I used to be done before 12 o'clock, but not no more. But see, look, I got ADD, so look, I get distracted. So like the breakout trading for me, like I would identify like a high or a low. And like, so like on this candle right here, on this pullback here, with me thinking that we're getting ready to eclipse this, I would then long this here on this candle right over here, Dean. And like on this shoot up over here, like, well, before, like I would never go break even because like that's how I was getting cooked too. But like knowing what I know now, if I was gonna be a breakout trader, like I would buy it over here on like the next red candle close with the anticipation it's getting ready to shoot up and then at least eclipse its height and liquidate people. And then like on like the second or third candle push up, then I would go break even and I would set my break even like right here or some shit. And then like I would try and ride it up to God knows where, if that makes sense. But the unfortunate part about breakout trading is that the market probably more than likely is getting ready to is probably going to return back to a mean or back to like a median of some sort. Why? Because you just bought the top of a recent breakout move. So like if you long this shit here and if you just went break even, look where the market's back at now. So like you essentially accomplished nothing if you didn't sell up here if you didn't sell up here at the perfect exact tippity top. So now like, the market's pulling back and the shit might go negative now. And you might get cooked, which is exactly how I was getting cooked. Like the market would literally break out like this, and I'd be so happy then the shit would do this. And I'd be like, what the fuck? So that shit would cook
It was
me.
just a liquidity grab.
That's it. But I mean like I might be able to make breakout trading work nowadays. With like with me understanding liquidity now maybe, but I just think but there's hardly no risk management mode with breakout trading. Because if they don't break it out and like if they barely go above and if they decide to pull it all the way back, how are you gonna manage your risk up here at the top? You can't do that. So I cut breakout trading completely from my trading regimen in any event. Does anybody inside Discord have any other questions?
Yeah.
Speaking facts, there's a struggle being okay with base hits when you know the possibilities can be a mental struggle. I get what you're saying, Q. Yeah. What do you trade? NASDAQ, yes, NQ. Guys, more signal link in bio. Block. Welcome to the block. Speaking facts, it's a struggle being okay with base hits when you know the possibilities. Guys, does anybody inside Discord have any other question? Please send it right now. Any trading question that you want me to cover. Anything that you struggled with this past week to where like we can begin to shape and mold your psychology. If not, then I'm getting ready to go over what I think for the pre-market trading plan. And it's probably going to be very simple. Why so? Because it's war news. So we don't know what's going to happen. Does anybody have any other trading questions? Timestamp 9:28. We've been at this for about an hour. A little bit more. Anybody else Discord? I need starter tips. I'm getting back into trading tomorrow morning. Paper trading first. Okay, great job. That would have been my first thing. Yeah, paper trading. But you can learn and understand how we trade. I'll probably say watch us trade. I only want your $11 per month. That's what I recommend. I just recommend you just tune in and you watch us trade. You'll see. And watch us call this market out. And then you need to use your brain and see if you can do it. And then if so, then we would love to have you inside our community. Otherwise, you can just watch for free. Anybody got any other questions? Does Discord have any questions? What's going on? Are you taking a real trade tonight? No. I make a shitload of money trading during London, during New York session. So no, I'm not gonna. Guys, I stick to what's working. My girl treat me good. Shit, I'ma stay. I'm not gonna leave. I don't care about all that weird shit. I don't care what you got going on. My golden goose is New York session. I know how to read that market like the back of my hand. It treats me very well. So I'm not gonna trade during either session. No matter how well I think I can read this market like this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna trade that. Why? Because I know if I press this button, I know the risk. I am liable to be inside of a trade for an hour or two. Potentially with the Asia session. I'm not trying to do that, man. Cap, you said you wanted to leave her. Yeah, I know. She became too much of a headache for me. I'm not with her right now. She won't. Sure. Yeah, she gone. And asking me questions.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, bro. I had that talk 2 days ago, bro.
She wild.
I had that talk 2 days ago, bro.
She wild,
But we got a new free agent, bro.
Get him out of here.
We got a new free agent, bro.
Yeah. I told her straight up. I told her straight up. I was like, bro, if you think that you can get something better than what's going on, then yeah. Then don't let me hold you back. We can still be best of friends, but
That's crazy. Spider-Man meme. Yeah.
She's sick of driving here.
This is not a hostage situation.
Bro, it's not. Dude, I live in a multi-million-dollar penthouse, and she lives 30 miles from me. I'm in Midtown Atlanta in a guys, just stop and just think about this. In a multi-million-dollar penthouse. And I told her, I was like, yo, you can come over here and you can stay here for multiple days throughout the week. Her job is 10 to 15 minutes away from where I stay at. Check this out. I know. But sitting up, guys, listen, I know. I told her, I said, listen, I know that you don't like to drive an hour to come down here and see me. But that's all that I ask of you. And like, this is what I told her straight up. Like, I told her straight up, and I was like, you could come over here, like, you get off work, you can come over here and like, you got access to like the crib. You can come over here and like, you can chill in order to make the drive easier on you. But she has this weird mentality to where she's like, oh well, it's not my home. So she'll come over here and like she'll leave literally she will leave at 3 o'clock in the morning and not get home until 4 o'clock in the morning. Randomly. Because she goes, oh well, we not engaged or we not married, so like I'm not gonna stay over here. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What kind of sense does that make?
Crazy.
Oh shit, we grown.
Yeah, like bro, like but okay, look, if those was the rules from the jump, that's fine, right? But her parents were upset with her for dating me initially because her parents thought that I was wasting her time at first. Because her parents was like, "Oh my God, that is a professional athlete. No, don't date him because he's just gonna throw you to the curb." And I was like, "I'm not gonna do that." So her parents literally kicked her out of her house, and she stayed with me at my first crib for like a month until they forgave her. So she's already used to staying with me, but this was like 4 years, three or 4 years ago, however long ago it was.
Bro, that
So,
happened to me
so
in college, bro. Keep going.
yeah, so she's already used to doing that. So now it's like 3 or 4 years in. Now she comes up with like this weird, lame brain excuse on as to why she can't like this is the best life has ever been. And now she's like,
Yeah, it really makes no sense.
and now like she just randomly wakes up and like she's like, oh well, we not married, so like I'm not gonna do that. And so I'm like, the reason, and so she's like, well, I hate driving down there. I don't want to drive down there no more. I told her, I was like, girl, do you know how many women would pay, like, they would literally break your neck to live in a multi-million-dollar house for free? I told her, I told her, I was like, bro, you can live it for free. Like, I'm like, dude, like, whatever she fucking wants gets paid for. Now, look, am I paying for her rent? No, I'm not, because she lives at home with her parents. So of course I'm not gonna pay her rent. I give her gas money, and like wherever she wants to go to a restaurant, we go. And like, bro, we don't be going to like no fucking Chipotle. The last dinner date that I took her on, no. The second to last dinner, the last 2 dinner dates I took her on, I dropped $450 at some steakhouse, and I tipped the waitress $4,000. It cost me like $4,500 for that dinner, and then like the one before that, which is like the normal price, where we just randomly go on dates. We go on dates where people save up an entire year to go eat at, and this shit costs like on average it costs me $200 every single time I see her. Like sexual pleasures or not. And you want to know what she complains about now? She goes, well, I just feel like I'm the man in the relationship because like every single time, like I always have to suggest like where we want to go out to eat at. And I told her, I was like, I'm busy working. So if you say you want to go to a place, we there, and like I don't debate it. No matter what the cost is, we are gone. So yeah. Like, bro, I got more important shit to be dealing with.
Yo, that's nuts.
I told her, I was like, yo, I got more important shit to be dealing with than to be fucking looking at restaurant reviews. Your only job is to look up on Yelp or Google to whatever restaurant in this entire city you want to go to, no matter the cost, and we there. You don't even got to pull your card out. And she looks at me and she goes, oh, well, it ain't all about the money. It's about like making me feel like wanted. I'm like, what?
Yo, this is, you can't be said. Yo, we had the same conversation, bro.
I'm serious.
This is nuts. Wow.
Dude, I'm serious. I'm not joking.
Bro, women are
I'm not joking.
Women
so, dude,
like, wow.
I'm not joking. And so
bro.
So yeah, bro.
My shorty got mad at me because I gave her space for her to lock in on her studies. And since I gave her the space she wanted to lock in on her studies, it made her feel like she wasn't wanted. I'm like, how do you feel like you weren't wanted when you asked me for space?
No, well,
like, how do you do
both? Well, she was asking for space, but she really probably didn't even want the space.
Like,
bro, but like, those are mind games.
What does that mean, bro?
Those are mind games that like
exactly.
I don't even like play. Like, yeah, bro, I don't even play them.
I'm too logical of a person for you to say things like that don't make any sense.
Dude.
And she knows that. She knows that.
Yeah. And that's what she says. Like, she always says, she goes, her verbiage, she always goes, well, you're too logical. And she goes, well, you're supposed to do things like they might not always make sense. And I was like, since when am I going to start doing things that don't make sense for her? This is literally what I told her. And she was like, well, so she has a point. But she was like, well, when you love someone, like, you're supposed to do things even though that they may not make sense. And I was like, I am only going to do things if they don't make sense, if it's not going to be extremely detrimental to me. If it's going to be detrimental to me, or I feel as though I'm getting hosed and I feel as though I'm being taken advantage of, I am not going to do that. I am not going to do that. And so like, this is what I told her, long story short. Like I told her, I was like, listen, if you're tired of driving down here to a multi-million-dollar fucking penthouse and you feel as though that you gotta leave, or you know what, if you're tired of going to extremely nice restaurants and not having to pay for nothing, and if you're just sick of that shit, then you know what I think you should do? This is literally what I told her. And this is the last time I spoke to her, literally like 3 or 4 days ago. So help me God, that's what I told her. I literally told her, and I was like, listen, go find someone else. Like, I'm not joking. Go find someone else. But this is what I told her. And I was like, you're a beautiful girl. So you know what? You might be able to find somebody. Like, I don't know. But hold on, look. But before I say this, though, I have to be fair. Because I told her, and I said, I don't mind driving down there to you. Like, I will make the sacrifice, and I will do something that doesn't make sense. But guys, listen. So let me rewind. Guys, I have one requirement. I have one requirement. If I am going to spend $150 to $200 every single time I see a human, I want to sit back and I want to relax like this. If I'm going to drop $200 at a restaurant, I want a nice ambiance and I want to sit back and relax. That is my only requirement. Or I want to sit back inside of a nice house by myself, and not by myself, inside of a nice house and not be judged. Her father is going to be looking at me like I'm crazy if I'm sitting over there on that couch for anything more than 2 or 3 hours. If I go upstairs to her room and we're not even doing nothing, her mom is going to be ear to the door I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man. It's like what I told her. I was like, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't want your father fucking looking at me. So you know what I told her? I was like, if you had your own place, I would drive to you and I would chill at your crib. But your current situation, you have no other choice.
This is so nice.
So this is what I told her. I was like, you have to come to my house because I can't do anything. And she was like, well, why don't you meet me halfway? And it's like what I told her. I was like, are you crazy? You expect me to spend $200? You expect me to drive an hour in Atlanta traffic right when I get done live streaming? Live streaming for 7, 8 hours, for 6, 7 hours. Drive an hour up there, spend $200. Excuse my language, ladies. I'm sorry. Not get no pussy, and then drive an hour back? And my only reward is swipe my car? This is what I told her straight up. And she was like, well, sometimes you got to do things that don't make sense. I am not joking. I am not joking. There is no animosity before or after this. There is nothing in between here. This is literally what I told her. And she was like, her response to that, well, if you love someone, sometimes you'll just do things that just don't make sense. Well, I thought you loved me. I told her, I was like, no, I do not love you enough in order for me to do that. I am not going to do that. Who in their right minds do that? So you know what I told her? And this is where our relationship ended. I told her, this is what I told her. I said, listen, do that. And hold on. But before I said it, I said this. I said, either way, you are going to have to drive to a man. Because no man is going to want to sit inside your house with your father there. So you're going to have to drive regardless, whether or not it's with me or not. So that's not a part of your reality. So like, it's not like I'm holding you back and like I'm making you do something to where like you could be doing something else. So you have to do that. And she was like, yeah. So I was like, so what's the problem with that? First off, and then the next thing I said, and I said this, which really almost threw her for a loop. I said, listen, no man of any serious value is going to want to chill at his girl's crib. You think I paid? You think I pay all of this money on this mortgage in order to be goofing around? That's like what I told her. And I was like, let's just say you come across a millionaire guy. Let's just say that you do that. What high-level, serious, high-brained man that you want to attract is going to hop inside his car and be driving to his girl? Men don't do shit like that. Especially not no niggas of no value.
Bro,
Man.
I did that for 9 years, bro.
Yeah,
9
you're fucking
years.
stupid.
Because I live in a city. She lives in Jersey, bro. Now, mind you, it's only an hour and 20 minutes. But when I literally tell her she's been at my house maybe like 5 times in 9 years, it's like I'm saying something that's ridiculous. And I live in a city. I'd be like, yo, we could do stuff here in the city. And she just be
No,
like,
but that's
no, my
debatable, bro,
parents
because she
didn't
has a
even do-"
place though. To where if you drive up there, bro, like you could reasonably stay the night over there. But like that's somewhat debatable. This
Yes,
woman does
yes.
not even have her own place. So like, bro, so like that's something that like might even be like
No,
debatable.
she lives with her parents. She lived with her parents, bro. It's the same story, bro. The only difference between our story is that I had a side job. I made sure that I had a side job. You always have to have another source of income, bro, because sometimes shit don't be making sense.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
I don't
at
get
all.
it. Like, so I told her, now listen, look, I told her, and I was like, listen, look, I got a few nickels to rub together, but like, I'm not no, but bro, I'm not no Drake or no, but I told her, I was like, bro, I'm not no, but so I told her, I was like, can you imagine like an NBA player or like a high level entrepreneur talking about, yeah, like I'm gonna just hop in my whip and like I'm a constantly over so shit like I'm a drive to my girl crib all the time. Niggas is not doing that. Women are the ones that get flown out. The reason why these relationships work a lot of the times is because the women make it more convenient for a guy of higher status. If a guy of higher status women need to understand this. If a guy of higher status that is in that position has to jump through more hoops, he's not going to deal with you. What is the advantage of dealing with you if you are going to give me an insane headache and if I have to do more work than I'm already doing? That makes zero sense.
And this don't even have to be like man, women, bro. This is just
Just
people in
just
general,
humans
bro.
in general.
It's just nobody should be doing anything that doesn't benefit them. Like that doesn't make any sense.
No, well, yes, I agree with that in general, yes. But even then, though, on this level, I told her straight up, I was like, bro, me dealing with you has zero benefit. So, like, I'm not asking you of anything. And I know and I understand that whenever I approach women. I literally tell them, I say, listen, I'm not going to ask anything of you. The only thing I ask of you is to not give me a headache. Not give me a headache and do not get on my nerves. And just and literally just be chill. Like literally, like that's it. Because what the fuck am I gonna do? Asking for money? The fuck am I gonna what? Asking for like emotional advice? And she was like, well, I just give everything. And I was like, what for everything?
Yeah.
You wanna know what I told her straight up? I swear to God on my eternal soul. Guys, I told her straight up, I said, how many times in the last year have I come to you and have I said I had a bad day? She like, I was like, maybe like one, maybe, like, but like, I'm talking about like, I'm sorry, I didn't say year. I said in the last 3 years, have I said, man, like I'm having a bad day today. The only time that was the case was when like my computer system crashed and like I had to reset like my entire thing because like all of my data was deleted. I'll never forget that day. But like, and she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Man, some weird shit happened." But like, other than that, like, guys, I'm not seeking emotional support. I don't fucking need no emotional support. You want to know why? Because you can't fix my problems. So why would I tell you? You cannot fix my problems. If I told you I just lost $15,000 to $20,000 today, goofing around, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna give me money? No, you're not. Are you gonna fix my problems and be like, oh well, you shouldn't have been shorting over there at the bottom? You're not gonna tell me that shit. The fuck? So no. I'm
But if she
serious.
offered to give you the 60 back, if she offered to
Yeah.
give you the bread back, that's how you know she's different.
Yeah,
And that's how
man,
you know, bro.
Not even that, dude. Dude, listen.
That's how you know. That's
Dude,
how you know.
yeah.
You don't have to take it. That's not the point. But if she's sincere and like, oh, she would want to help you, she don't have no idea, then now you know, like, okay, Shorty might be really different, something to keep around, something that is beneficial. But when
I
Shorty's just be
literally
doing
asked nothing
Nathan,
of her, Diego.
nothing is
Nothing.
crazy. Trust me, bro. We in the same boat, bro. Like we in the same boat.
Hold
I
on, let me
literally
read this
helped
Discord message
pay
while you
for the
talking.
Shorty's school, bro. Like I even helped pay for Shorty's school. Like I just tried to be there
Yeah,
just to be supportive or whatnot. I never asked for
Just
nothing.
let your girl start
But
finding your wifey.
somehow I gotta like do stuff that don't make sense. And I'd be like, wait, does that make sense to you? It's just
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
yeah.
Trust me, we have the same
Yeah.
story, bro.
Sounds like
Like
a control
I end up
game.
just talking to a wall, bro.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
All I said sounds like a control. Man, bro, it is not a control. Guys, you can't control somebody like me. You cannot. You want to know why? Because, guys, I have removed the control aspect from every single portion of my life. The control aspect gets removed from your life whenever whenever you cease expecting things from people. Whenever you cease to expect things from people, and whenever you are no longer relying on everyone or individuals, they can no longer control you. Like, what can they dangle above your head? I'm serious. Like, what? Money? That's impossible. I make my own money. I make a lot of money doing this. What? Are you going to dangle education above my head? No, you cannot. You cannot do that. I live inside my own place by my literally by my lonely. Like, there's a fucking echo going around inside this 3-bedroom penthouse that I'm living in right now. Like, nobody's here. Just, you know what I'm saying? So like, what? I mean, like, what? Like, what? Like, kids, children? No, I don't have any. No, I don't have any kids or any children. So like, if you remove the reliability factor, people cannot control you. And quite frankly, I think that that's probably the problem with this entire
Yes.
situation, because I refuse
Yes.
to allow people to try to control me. And and she's looking for aspects in regards to how she can more so control me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know
And
what
they
I'm
use
saying?
that.
It's
That's where the love
it's just
word
wild.
comes in. If you really loved, if
Yes.
you loved me,
Yes.
if
Yes,
you
correct.
like,
If you
and it's like,
really love me, you would do
what?
this. I'm like, wait, what?
That's like the worst. That's like little kid manipulation. Like she's
Yes,
not even
it's
doing
wild.
it right.
If you really
But then
look,
because you actually
sometimes
care
you do
about
it
her,
and
you're
it
not gonna
doesn't make
wow her out.
sense.
But it's just
She's wild. I would have
yeah,
been over
that's
there
crazy.
cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, anything to make my man's life easier. Clint says, right? Like, bro, dude, like, I don't understand that. Here's another thing I don't ask of her. When I first started dating her, she was cooking, which is the reason why, like, I really started liking her, because
Man,
because
don't get to
because
that, bro. Like
because
people switch up.
she did something that was not. She did something that caught my eye. I invited her over to my house one time. This is like 4 years ago, and I came downstairs and she was mopping my fucking floor. And I looked around. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's literally because this is how I talk in my spare time. Because like I talk like a guy from New York, but even though I'm not. So like my dad's from the South Bronx, but I was raised by a single father from the South Bronx. So anyway, I walked downstairs and I told her, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She was like, "Oh, nothing. Like there was some stains on your floor." So like I was just mopping. I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Whoa, that's nice." And then like I would come downstairs and she would be sweeping my floor. And I literally had to tell her, I was like, "Stop doing that, baby girl. You don't gotta do that. What are you doing?" She's like, well, you got some dishes inside the sink. So like I was just trying to clean up. So, but she started working this job at Nobu, like a high-end restaurant. So she comes over here to my crib tired, and like I know we have a limited amount of time now. We have a limited amount of time to hang out because she has this weird philosophy to where she refused to stay the night at my house. So like she'll leave at 3:00 in the morning, but then it takes an hour to come down here and an hour and a half, or and an hour to get back to where she lives at, like slightly outside of Atlanta. So 2 hours are gone. And if she gets over there at my house at 7:00, then we only got 3 or 4 hours to go out to eat and then to do a date or to hang out. So we only hang out like once or twice a week at the most. So I now long story short, I have completely ceased asking her to cook for me. Completely ceased. She doesn't cook or clean for me. I know how to clean my own shit. My house is always clean. I'm not a nasty nigga. Like I promise you, like if I showed you my house, like from start to finish, my house is literally like showcase ready every single time I'm living inside my house, and no female lives here. So I told her, I was like, I clean up after myself. I'm not gonna ask you to clean up. None of that. So yeah, but yeah, she started doing that. And so like that's why like I fell in love with her. Like I was like, man, this is nice. This is a little bit different. Why? Because, I was a professional athlete, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Being a player got tiring, bro. Being a player got tiring. Dealing with 3, 4, 5 different women over the course of an entire week got tiring. That shit gave me a headache. I got sick of that shit. And then it was a breath of fresh air to walk inside my house and to see a woman seriously want to clean my house. And she was not doing it for any awards. And she actually knew how to clean. And I came downstairs and she was cooking food. And I was like, man, this is nice. Man, dang, I want her to stay. And so she stayed. But now she don't do none of that shit. And but I don't give a fuck. I don't care that she doesn't cook or clean. Why? Because I got way more money than I did back then. So we just go out and just drop $200 on random lunch excursions randomly now. So I don't care. Because why? Because it saves time. So, but she got a problem with that now too. Talking about, I just feel her exact words. Well, I just feel as though like she was like, Eric, sometimes women just want to be desired. And I was like, baby girl, yes, I get that. She was like, but like always having to plan the dates, like she was like, I'm just sick of that. Like, I don't want to do that no more. Like, I just want to turn my brain off and then just show up. I'm like, I just want you to just have something planned. And I was like, you know what? I get that. But you can't have your cake and eat it too a lot of times. I'm busy. I'm working. You can choose any place that you want to go. You just name it, and we there. But she don't want to do that. So she's getting tired of it. So you know what I told her straight up? I was like, okay, go find that from somebody else. Go do that. Like, do that. You see what it is I'm her first boyfriend. So like,
oh wow.
Yes.
Wow, bro.
Yes. Yes. I'm her first serious relationship. Like, all just aside, I am. So the problem with this now obviously, like, she wasn't no virgin. Like obviously, like, come on, bro. But like, I'm talking about like serious investor relationship. I was. So the problem with this is it's not as though like she's taking me for granted, but like she is in a sense. So this is what I told her. I was like, if you think, because she has these unrealistic expectations anyway. So like, I already told her how unrealistic and like how hard life is. I was like, if you think, no, this is exactly what I told her. I had this conversation with her, and I was like, what are your requirements for a man? You know what she told me? She was like, he got to be at least 6'3", 6'4". She really only like, she is the whitest of white girls. So don't think she's like, no wigger. She is. Imagine Kim Kardashian. She's from San Diego, California. But anyway, so I had to sit up before I say this. She said he got to be at least 6'3", 6'4", but she don't like 6'3". She said at least 6'4", 6'5", which is less than 1% of humans. I'm not joking because I remember. And then she said that
Literally.
he has to. That she said that he has to. He obviously has to be intellectually like smart, educated. Then he has to. What was the other requirement that she said? She said non-negotiables. she was like, he has to have money, of course, because I'm not gonna be dealing with no broke man, which is understandable. Because I say it all the time, women don't want to deal with no nigga that's broke. Get your money up. So like he got to be making at least 150, 200,000, and then and then obviously she asked, like they got to be compatible, and then she was like, yeah, yeah. So I told her, I was like, listen, if you think that you're gonna find a millionaire walking around the street that wants only you and only you, and that's gonna drive to you and then do all of these accommodations, then I'm sorry. Then go find that. Then I may not be the one for you. Then go do that. But you're gonna see how hard it is in order to come across somebody that's just dropping damn near $500 a week on random, $500 twice a week on random dinner excursions, on like random lunch excursions. Boy, do you know how fucked up this economy is? It's like what I told her straight up. So I was like, all right then, let me know. I'm not gonna say over this live stream what I really told her though. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Why? Because then the woman inside this one gonna be like, "There's no way you told her that. That was me." Yeah, I told. Man, you know what? Screw that. I'll tell you what I told her. Want to hear it?
I think I know.
Oh
no!
I told her straight up. I told her straight up. I told her straight up. I was like, listen, you gonna do that, and then you gonna enter into this dating market, and then you gonna see that these niggas do not have money and their intentions is all the way fucked up. And then like, who knows? I seriously hope that you find that. It's like what I told her. I was like, I pray to God that you do. So I'm not wishing bad on you, just like what I told her. But I was like, listen, you and these unrealistic expectations, you're gonna have to lower your standards. You are. This is the same thing I told my last ex from like 6 or 7 years ago. Because she had those unrealistic expectations as well, but they were a little bit lower. She just liked taller guys that were like athletes. Like they didn't even have to have money. But she was going after a specific stereotype. And then they all ended up, emotionally abusing her, not being faithful, and they all ended up not being shit. And then even then though, she still was like, hey, we can still like have like an open relationship kind of ordeal. But like, just tell me, just be honest. And those niggas still couldn't tell her the truth. But in any event, I told her straight up, and I gave her the same exact advice I just told my girl just now. And I told her, I was like, you need to get you a normal nigga that's about 5'6", like literally anywhere from 5'6", 5'7" to about 5'9", 5'10". And you need to leave the people that you consider high level alone. You need to leave them alone. And you need to find a guy that is going to listen to what you say. He may not be the ideal person, but he is going to love you like no other. And you need to be content and you need to be happy with that. You are still going to have to work. It is not going to be the situation where you get to live inside a multi-million-dollar house and shit, and you don't got to worry about nothing. Like stay at home, wife, everything is accomplished. It's not going to be like that. But you're going to have to keep your normal job, and you're going to have to work, and then you two are going to have to combine your income. But you know what? Y'all two will love each other, and y'all going to have to work things out. But she want all of that, and she want to be a stay-at-home wife, and then be on a monthly allowance, which I told her, I was like, cool. But she want all of that. And I told her, I was like, listen, so long story short, I just want to let y'all know that that's what I told my last ex, and guess what? The next man she was with, she just got engaged less than a week ago. And my girl messaged me, and my girl was like, what the hell happened to Katie? How the hell did she get engaged? How the hell did she get engaged before me? And I was like, dude, she lowered her standards. That's why. That's what happened. So in any event, I'm going to tell you exactly what I told her. This is literally what I told her straight up. I was like, listen, you're going to enter into this market, and then you're going to be effing around, and then you're going to goddamn be wasting your time. But That's not what I said though. If you but you know, I sort of kind of like talk like my dad a little bit. Just like how I told y'all 10 minutes ago. But my dad's from New York, like how I said. So I told her straight up, this is exactly what I told her. Excuse me if I upset the woman. But this was what I said. That was mean. This is like what I said. I said, listen, you're gonna be getting fucked on and you're gonna be getting fucking passed around, and these niggas not gonna give a shit about you. And then you're gonna waste so much fucking time until you really realize that, you know what? Damn, maybe I should have shut the fuck up. That's literally what I told her. I promise you. I told her that. Straight up. Because I was like, straight
That's
up.
facts.
Straight up. Because I told her, because I was like, dude, niggas is just trying to get pussy. Like, that's all that they're trying to do. It is your job to convince them. So you're going to have to run through at least a dozen of these niggas, at least until you even remotely find one potentially that's going to take you seriously. So, guys, it don't matter how good you look. It doesn't matter. So, well, I thought you said she looked good. Well, yeah, she does, but that doesn't matter. That does not matter in the reality of things. The better that you look as a woman, typically on average, that just means that you get more access to a specific level of individual. Guys, for the men, this is why I follow no Instagram models. I know guys that are my friends are in the NBA and they're worth like 50 to 100 million. Those Instagram models that you're following, stay away from them. They are literally glorified prostitutes. They get flown out in the dark, and God knows what happens. They had their ability to attract a man and to keep a man is 10 times worse than you could ever even fathom. So it's just that they just have access to these level of individuals, but they strike out far more. So in the end, they're not happy either. But that's besides the point. The fact of the matter that I'm trying to make is that I told him, I was like, you have to be careful with that. Because this dating market is not what you want it to seem. It is not what you're making out to be. It is not a fantasy. You need to lock in and you need to stay focused. It is not what you think it is. You need to maybe lower your expectations a little bit. And you need to get something that's going to be conducive to what you want. And y'all need to be together. But having this fantasy thing, so we're like, you just gonna be driving around in G-Wagons and shit? You crazy as hell. I promise you. I told her that. And I ain't spoke to her since. But it is what it is. I don't give a damn. There's my rant. Is that okay? What a smart
I told her,
woman
I was
do.
like,
She's wild. That's what a smart woman would do.
I was like,
I said, now I'm stressed.
We can be friends. That's what
I'm not
said.
stressed at all. I'm not. Shit. I'm not stressed at all.
I'm not stressed at all. When you're not stressed, bro, that's when you know you was really over the shit, bro.
You said what?
That's when you really know.
Crazy.
I said when you're not stressed, that's when you know you really over it, bro. Like this,
bro. Listen, nobody in my life,
bro. My shorty, like you said, you the first real relationship, bro. Literally, while I was having a conversation with her, she brought up her ex. Her ex is from 10th grade, bro. She still keeps trying to make our 9-year relationship compared to her high school relationship, which was a year and a half.
What?
I'd be like, still don't understand how you are like, like, don't make no sense. She's like, I've been through this. I'm like, you're still talking about high school? We pushing 30. Like I don't get it. So I was like, yo, bro, at this point, yo, like sometimes you love people so much and that's why you stay there. But
the only part that I don't understand,
like,
and this is what I told her, and I saw this. So like, there's this one therapist that like I follow who's like an even keel therapist, and he was breaking down marriage and relationships. He's a relationship therapist, and and so like he's like almost like he's very unbiased, and so he was breaking it down from like a male perspective, but he was trying to help the women, and like this is what I told her. And she was like, so when is enough? Like, when will I get what I want? And I told her, I was like, what would make you happy? Like, seriously, like I asked her this question. And she was like, well, now that you mention it, like, I guess just getting married will make me happy. I was like, marriage is not gonna fix these problems. I told her, I was like, bro, you can live inside this house right now. What's the difference? Like, dude, like, what is it? Hold on. Trading taco. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. You send some weird comment, I'm gonna block you. Yeah, I told her, I was like, you think that getting engaged or getting married is gonna fix these problems that you're having? Are you serious, dog? And she was like, well, that's what would make me happy. And I was like, it's not that like I'm opposed to that, but like I'm smart enough to know that like that's not going to like, if I snap my fingers right here, right now, and we were married, there's nothing is going to change between you and I. Nothing.
I literally said the same thing, bro. But I've been against marriage since the beginning. So I literally introduced myself and I'd be like, hey, my name is Diego. I don't want no kids and I don't want to get married. What's your name? That's how I literally introduced myself, bro. Because I already know. I took psychology. I literally understand like how people's brains work. If we can get past
She's
that, we can have a
brainwashing this
great
whole
time.
marriage thing. Like she is like
literally.
Like she is
I'm
just
like, yo, we've been
marriage
together
thing.
literally almost 10 years. You don't even have friends who've been in relationships longer than 3.
Yeah.
And we are having stupid arguments and you bringing up your ex from high school. She didn't see nothing wrong with that. I was like, yeah, this is, I was like, okay. I think I don't, man.
So,
but I already knew
listen,
because she's from like
my only thing, Diego, my only thing I told her, I was like, listen, I am not going to get married until you live inside my house for at least 2 to 3 months. I have to see the kind of person that you are when I am living with you.
Same thing.
I am not going to get engaged. And she was like, so I was like, what? So what? Like, what's the difference between like us getting engaged or something? Like, and then what? And she was like, well, before this, like, I was like, yo, like, I was trying to close on my crib, or like I had a few things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a few things I had going on. And I was like, but now I have the crib, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm working on these things, right? And so I told her, and I was like I should have told her, and I was like, okay, listen, I'm not going to get married at all until like I live with you. She brought up the idea, and she was like, well, we can still get married, and like I can still live at my father's house. Or she was like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She did not say that. She said, because I asked her, because I was like, hold on, so you're not gonna move into my house till we're married? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so if we're engaged and like let's just say I just buy you a ring, will you still move in? And she was like, well, like we can still be engaged, like I can still live elsewhere. But when it's time to get married, then I'll move in. And I told her, I was like, what? And I told her, I was like, listen, if any man approached my daughter and got engaged and my daughter was still living at my fucking house, I would look at him like he was stupid. Like I would be like, why are you not in a position to take care of my daughter for? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you married to my daughter and she's not like living with you? Like, is there something missing here? Like, this is how grown men would think. Like, grown men are gonna go, why are you engaged, but yet like she's not living with you, or like she's not under your care? That does not make any sense. And when I told her that, and she was like, well, but like, I don't know, like maybe like they'll be okay with it. Like, you know, until like we're married, then I'll move in. Man, I was like, man, when she said that, man, I checked out. I was like,
yeah, bro.
Mentally,
mentally,
because
bro.
grown men not gonna operate like that.
Trying to give it time. Yeah,
you
not at all,
crazy
bro.
as hell.
That makes no sense.
I wish, yo,
I literally told her, like,
I wish my daughter would walk through the front door and say, I wish my daughter walked through the front door and say, yeah, I'm going out to dinner with my fiance. and he over
I'll be
there
back at 9.
sitting at a crib, and you shit, and I'm still buying you dinner at night. And you a grown ass woman, but I'm still buying you dinner at night. I promise you, I would literally hate your guts as a man. That would be insane. We all coming to ATL now. We're gonna get lit in Atlanta. Yeah, shit. Y'all crazy as hell. Getting lit, Shirley. Shirley. I was just chilling with Boston Richie last night. I swear to God, I was. I swear to God, I was chilling with Boston Richie last night. Why? Because I met this one dude who's a club promoter. So like he got me in like, yeah, I was just chilling in the section with Boston Richie last night. That shit was lit as hell. Ask AC, he seen my story. Look, yeah, my Instagram story, I promise you. Last night, I was chilling with Boston Richie last night. So yeah, shit, come on. Shit, we getting lit in them
This
motherfuckers.
shit not going to hit until they get with the next one, and that shit is
Oh, for
winging.
sure.
Like
Yeah,
that's when it's gonna hit, and it's gonna
but even then,
be over.
though,
It's gonna be like,
I don't wish negativity upon a woman at all. So like I want them to get the best that they can get out of it because they have a limited amount of time in order to get whatever it is they want to get out of life. I get that, I know that, and I understand that. So I don't want to feel as though I'm holding somebody back. The only reason why I'm in this predicament now is because I feel as though that I am because I feel as though like I am holding her back. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not. I know I'm not, but I feel as though that she feels though that I'm holding her back. So if I get that feeling with anybody, I remove myself from your life. Seriously, like if I feel as though that you are not getting the best out of our relationship, then there is no need in order for me to transact with you in whatever endeavor that is. That's not fair to you. If I seriously care about you, how selfish could I be? So I am going to unselfishly remove myself from your life. And I hope that you find that. And guys, listen. It's guys, a lot of times it may not be about a woman coming across something. Guys, this is for the guys. This is for the guys. So listen closely. Guys, a lot of times it may not be about, oh, well, she might not find nobody better. Guys, she might not. Guys, sometimes a woman may just want somebody to seriously just love and care for her, like all just aside, or to give her everything that she desires, or which whatever that may be. It may not be financially, but like if she feels fulfilled in that area, then guess what, guys? She can still be with a guy that makes less money than you, or that may not be as tall as you, may not be as handsome as you. As long as she, quote unquote, feels loved and respected. Guys, I'm serious. Guys, because, guys, one of my friends, I'll say it, this is true. Guys, one of my friends, Landry Shaman, he plays for the Knicks. His high school sweetheart, like they ended up breaking up, doing some weird stuff. Like when he got to the league, obviously, some weird stuff going on. Like he was still trying to find himself. Like guys, he was in the league. He was making like $15 million a year at one point. But guys, listen. Long story short, like he ended up breaking up with her, and now she's with the normal guy who's like, guys, I went to her profile like 2 years ago. Like she got engaged to, like this normal guy. And like, Landry was explaining to me the problem, because I'm not gonna go down his whole life story. Who gives a fuck? But at the end of the day, she's with the normal guy that probably makes like $35,000-$40,000 a year. She went from a guy that was making $10 million a year to a guy that's making $40,000 a year. And now I don't know what the problems are. But like I went to the Instagram profile and she seemed happy as fuck. And she's obviously engaged and married to the guy. But I don't know what the voids were. Maybe she found someone that was willing to to put in a little bit more effort. I don't know. So guys, I said this whole story for the guys. It doesn't necessarily have to be that the woman is going to find someone better than you. Maybe she's just searching for something that you may not be able to fulfill. And guess what? And if she could find that, then that's perfectly okay. Guys, if she could find out with the next man, then that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly okay. And so that's what I personally wish for her. So I don't know. Maybe I can't provide that. But one thing's for damn sure. I am to the point now in my life to where I am not going to drive. Guys, I hate driving in general. I'm not going to drive 90 minutes to Sewanee, Georgia from Midtown and then 3 hours in my car total, swipe my card for $200. Not, and guys, I would even do that if I could sit inside of a house and relax. But you staying at your parents' house and I can't even go back to a place of residency and relax my bones. So I drive and I drive 90 minutes, swipe my card, and then I immediately hop back in my car and drive another 90 minutes back without getting no guys, excuse me, but I'm just saying this to be funny. But seriously, all the side, like, what am I getting? I'm not even getting no pussy. Are you fucking crazy? And like, I just drive back to my house and swipe my car for $200.
Bro, I haven't. Yo, literally,
Like,
literally, bro.
are you serious?
Literally, bro.
Like, dude,
Literally.
I mean, fuck. Like, like shit. Like, women joke, but shit. At least make me think you like me. At least make me think I'm not a trick. Like, baby girl, okay. At least make me think. At least make me think I got a chance to sniff the pussy. Okay, fuck. But don't fucking don't grate me all the way. That's just like just fucking take it. Yeah, bitch. Drive 3 hours, no sitting down, and you're just gonna take this.
Yep.
Are you crazy?
Yep. And you're gonna sit there and then I just want to cuddle. That's the word.
Are you crazy?
I just want to cuddle. I drove 30 hours to cuddle. This is crazy.
Do you understand how low of a mental self-esteem I would have to be as a man in order for me to subject myself to that? Like as a man, just like I would have to be at like the lowest point of my entire life in order for me to voluntarily sign myself up for that. I told her, shut up. I was like, no man of value is going to do that. None. They're going to be like, yo, you either come over to my crib and we chilling, or X, Y, and Z, because I got a nice little spot. Shit, everything will be taken care of, and shit, we can do whatever we want to do after that. And then, like, if you like, well, nah, I ain't going to do that. You drive up here to me and you do that? Okay. Do you not understand that he's a 1% of a 1% of a 1% kind of a nigga? He will literally instantaneously replace you. So you'll be thinking you winning, but you're the only one missing out.
Exactly.
So why? Well, man, that's not nice to say. Not everybody can be replaced. Boy, you crazy. That's the current temperature of the market that we're dealing with, because everybody wants the same kind of person. And somebody say, bro, you're very passionate about this. Well, you must be broke, or you must be 5'7". No, nigga, I'm 6'9", 260 pounds, ridiculously athletic, straight teeth, intellectual, shitload of money, living by myself, no children. So I don't got a dog in this fight. Shit, I fucking fit the mold. I promise you, I fucking fit the mold. Full blown. So this is just for me to just correct her thoughts. Like her mentality is cooked. So women, most women, if they have the opportunity, they are trying to chase that same mold. If you give a woman to choose a taller or shorter guy, they're going to choose a taller guy. If you give them the choice to choose a guy with more money or not, they're going to choose a guy with more money. So if all of them want the same 1% kind of guy, the 1% kind of guy gets to choose specifically what he wants. And this is exactly what I told her, and like this is the end of the conversation here. One of the last things I told her, and I said, listen, you have all of these demands, which is fine. I don't give a shit how many demands a woman has, which is absolutely insane on as to why my algorithm keeps trying to feed me weird shit about like P. Diddy's ex, Young Miami saying that a guy needs to have $100 million to deal with her, and she got 2 baby daddies. Talking about a guy needs to have $100 million to deal with me. Guys, I don't give a fuck what she asks. Why? Because then once a woman says that, then I just dismiss myself. Why am I going to sit here trying to debate with you? Why do you care about Young Miami's asking price? Nigga, you don't got $100 million. So why are you concerned with yourself about that? But in any event, one of the last things that I told this woman, what did I say? I said, you have all of these demands, but no one ever asks the guy that is in this position that can provide you to be a stay-at-home wife, for you to live freely inside a multi-million-dollar home, for you to have a monthly allowance, for you to never have to pay to go to a restaurant, for you to don't have to worry about nothing. Don't the guy's emotionally stable. He has X, Y, and Z. He's not going to bring any of his problems to you because he knows that you can't solve them. I'm going to figure it out one way or another. I'm going to go get her. No one ever asks that specific guy that like fits the mold what he wants and what his requirements are. You like it never dawned upon you what those requirements are. And you are blatantly ignoring the requirements that I have in place. And that is, do not give me a headache and make my job easier. And you are making my job easier by
100%.
putting restrictions and saying that you're not going to drive down here in order to come see me. So you know what? She was like, okay, you going to come see me? You know what I told her? The last thing I told her over text message, I was like, yeah, I'm going to come see you. That was literally like 3 weeks ago when she last came down to come see me. I'm not going to see her. So, and she sent me some weird ass text message. She sent me this weird ass text message that I ignored. Some weird ass text message. What was the fucking text message she said? Talking about, and then she unsent the messages too because she tried last night at 4 a.m. She said, gonna start winding down for the night. Today was a hard day for me mentally. She got a migraine the last 11 hours. I apologize for the intense conversations we've been having the last 2 days. They're important to me, but I know you're going through a lot right now. I'm not going through nothing. What the fuck I got going on? So maybe it's best we just put it back to the back burner. Anyways, I'd like it if we could at least say goodnight so I can hear your voice before bed. If that's not okay, man, I left her on red. I ain't spoke to her since. I'm not entertaining that foolishness. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna speak to her no more.
Yeah, I told Shorty I said we could be friends, man. Like because at this point it isn't making any sense,
I ain't
bro.
speaking to that, man. Man, I'm not entertaining that,
bro. That's what I did, bro.
You don't get like I know it's easier said than done, but you don't get what you want with the guy that you really like by giving him less of what he wants. Like, dude, what?
Is it bad that I could just picture E? I could just picture E giving his daily sign off. I'm proud of you. Good night.
Man, all right, brother. Good shit, man. Thanks, brother. Woman, who know they do? Who know they do this? You'll play all the E right now. Yeah, man. And that's when you become a sucker. So good for you walking away. She not doing it right. It's crazy. She not doing it right. It's crazy. Yo, what you mean, Shirley? What was she cooking? I don't know. I don't know. She cooked some steaks this one time when I first met her. I went to the store and I bought some steak. Yeah, that's the bare minimum from a woman. That's what she's supposed to do. I don't even ask her to cook, Shirley. I don't. Why? Because we just go out to eat wherever she wants. But she's like, I'm just tired of having to choose the restaurants or come up with the ideas of where to go. Guys, I'm tired mentally. I don't have no time to be looking at restaurant reviews. So, guys, and listen, I almost give her too much freedom. You want to know why? Because I personally wouldn't want to where somebody just dictates wherever the fuck I go all the time. Like, yo, shut up, we going to this restaurant. Hey, it's booked and ready. Like, dude, like, I want a voice too. Like, for real. Like, guys, this is not a dictatorship, man. A relationship is a relationship. It's not a dictatorship. You want to go to a restaurant, we go to a restaurant. But see, what it is I think that she's corrupted. I'm gonna be honest. I think she's corrupted by the social media. The social media has corrupted her into like this imaginary male image to where like a man is supposed to know every single place you want to go eat at. And a man is just supposed to, babe, the restaurant's booked. We're coming here. And I know your schedule. And you know what? Don't even think about it. Don't think. Turn your brain, like this whole turn your brain off thing. And you just show up and you don't have to think about things, honey. Any man that makes a woman think isn't a real man. Didn't the social media tell you that? I'm like, what the fuck? So that's her problem. So like she's consuming this shit and like she's ignoring the fact, she's ignoring that fact. Like, who the fuck told her that? It's crazy. I'm ready whenever y'all are. Shirley says, I'm right next door. Absolutely. I know you live in one of my favorite cities. I'm there, yeah. I need to bring y'all back to my country and get y'all some real women. Oh, man, for sure. Boy, you not lying, Shirley. Man, for real. I'm Colombian and Honduran. Yeah, wow. Nice. Yeah, absolutely. And cook all damn day. Absolutely, Shirley. Shirley left. Anyway. Yeah, E needs a Latina. I need somebody that's just not gonna give me a headache. You were raised very traditional. Absolutely, Shirley. That's exactly what's missing. That I want some say something. I'm Brazilian, really? Trader by T? Really? Nice. Trader by two? T2? I got something for you. Bro sent out the evil flag. The evil flag that always makes me laugh. My advice is just stay single. Enjoy your own company. Fall in love with yourself in your own space. Know your worth. Yeah, you get lonely in this house. I'm not gonna lie, man. This shit lonely, man. Hearing my voice echo inside this house, this shit lonely. It's okay though. You wanna know why? Because I've been lonely before. Because when I was super poor, then nobody wanted me. Nobody cared who I was when I was poor. So I've been lonely before. Shit, I could do it again. A woman without ambition, don't cook clean, baggage. Cole says, yeah. But I don't even ask her to do that. I just say, just make it easier for me. Stay single unless you find a woman that could bring value to you and learn the trade too. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. That might be what I have to do for real. If she doesn't know what a sibby is, leave her alone. That might be a little bit too much though, for real. Like imagine like me on this computer and like my girl is looking over my shoulder and she goes, "Why did you short that sibby? Are you stupid?" Or why did you long into that 15-minute sibby? What are you doing? What do you mean? What do you mean we can't pay our rent? Because you were longer than the 15-minute bissies. Because you were shorter than 15-minute bissies the last 2 weeks. Are you stupid? I'm out of here. I'd be like, wait. I'm dead, but you're not wrong. You're not lying. Forget the point that I was making at that point. Yeah, imagine that. It's all Instagram and TikTok influence. Yeah. That's what I just said. Diego venting right now. We're here for it. Yeah, what's those shoot? It's 10:30. You're not degrading. And everything she said made sense in her brain. No, it did. And that's the crazy thing. You didn't go break even? Break even. Yeah, everything is, yeah. Whoa, y'all just full-blown therapy session. Like, yeah, man. She got me going, man. I'm dead. Now, if either that man is a cuck or the girl is wilding, yeah. They do. She chilling with Boston Rich? Damn, you don't even be outside. I don't be outside. But my man's hit me. My man's hit me, and he was like, bro, I got Boston Richie coming. I just booked him. He was like, bro, you want to pull up? I was like, shit, how much is it going to be? He was like, shit, it ain't going to be nothing. He was like, bro, I got you. So I just pulled up. And then Boston Richie showed up. And he was not lying. The nigga showed up. Yeah, it was kind of lit last night. But the problem was that it was very smoking. It was very smoking opium. Believe it or not, I walked there. Like, my crib is like, oh, no, I'm not going to say what I said. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Shit gets real when the first date is at Taco Bell. If she passed test next dinner in Florence, Taco Bell for the end. Absolutely. Yeah, I hope your heart heals, and I hope your next one is everything you dream for. Thanks, D. Now, for all this aside, I don't like this for you. You're such a good person, such a good heart. Thanks, Shirley. Thanks, Shirley. Oh, pussy is wild. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I'm not doing that. Yeah. Mind you, a full-blown mature to be on that, yeah. She better have that good, man. I don't even, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. bro, I'm not even judging women off that, bro. I'm not even judging women off of like sexual desires at this point. Like, dude, like, I just don't want a woman that's gonna give me a headache and that's gonna make my job easier. If you make my job easier, man, I will go to bat for you. Man, we can work out all of that other stuff. We can work out, man. We can work out all of that other stuff, man. Shh, for real. Like, dude, you don't gotta be no damn porn star in the bedroom and be doing this. Cause shit, guess what? I'm not gonna be. You crazy as shit. You crazy as hell. Shit, I'm not gonna be fucking for no damn hour every time. You crazy as hell. Shit. Like Uncle Shannon Sharp said, and Chad Ochocinco. Shit, I got about a good damn 10 minutes in me. Other than that, shit, we cooked. If you can't get off in the 10 minutes, man, baby girl, I'm sorry. Shit, it is what it is. You got crazy as hell. I'm not gonna be up here sweating my ass. So, I gotta read these charts every day. You crazy as shit. I'm old. I'm not no 17 where like it's my life's mission in order for me to it's my life's mission in order for me to beat the pussy up. You crazy. It's just not my life's mission no more. When I was 16, 17, that was all I was thinking about. I was like 17, like I was like I had a vendetta. Like I had something to prove. Now I'm looking at these charts. I'm trying to figure out what this market maker is doing. I wake up in the middle of the night going, huh? Where's the liquidity? Like that. Best to be on alert. I'm not worried about it. I'm not on alert for no pussy. Like, you a pro, gang. You the mentor. Yeah, for real. She should have been doing all the kinds of tricks. Who's let a man just slip by? That's the hard to find restaurant. She wow, that's all, but that's all she has to do, AC. Not more. Social media is so capped. Yeah, real shit though. What the E does is hard. If you have ever led meetings for 8 hours and been presenting the whole time, your brain is fried. I don't know how. No, guys, my brain is fried after like 7 or 8 hours inside here. I have to take a 30-minute nap to turn my brain off for at least 30 to 45 minutes. When I do, I'm good to go. But yeah, my brain is fried. Guys, I'm talking all day. So my brain is fried. She wants me to talk all day, hop inside my car and drive 90 minutes up there and then entertain her. Like, dude, what are we talking about? I'm not gonna do that. So, like, but that's the only rule I have that, like, I told her, I was like, I'm non-negotiable on that. I'm not gonna do that. Nah, shorty question my trades would actually have me Chris Breezy. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. I'm dead. Exactly. 10 minutes is crazy. Man, you crazy, boy. What? You crazy. Hey, AC, you crazy as hell. Do your pelvic floor exercise. Bro, I am not a professional athlete no more. I'm still in really good shape, but I'm gonna be out of shape. Nigga, I'm gonna be breathing hard as fuck. I'm not, bro. Man, you crazy as hell, boy. I got about a good 10 to 12 minutes of me, not including the foreplay. I got about foreplay, but even then, I'm not even with the. I got about a good 10 minutes in me, Other than that, shit. Yeah, it's not my life's mission. Shit, touch and bust for me. I said, touch and bust. Yo, that's hilarious. August tired. Bro, I see the future, bro. Future trades, bro. See, it's your life's mission, bro, because you're 19. 2 pumps and a possible. Yeah, that's all I got. Yeah, Shannon Sharp. That's what Shannon Sharp said. Hey, stop scamming Bad P. Won't work. Yeah, what you mean? Yeah. Child, please. Yeah, exactly. Got to take breaks. Grab some water. Ain't no breaks. That's a long time, Cole. I'm trying to accomplish a task. You need a woman that will book you a massage. Shit, yeah, for real. Exactly. If you're tired, she can get to work. I gotta get some sea moss or some shit. Yeah, man. I'm just joking. I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. But on average, I'm going about damn 10, 15 minutes all this aside, man. I ain't got no time to be goofing around, man. Shit, do that. Shit, we chill, we vibe. For real. I'm not even like a sexual person like how I was because I was so immersed in that lifestyle when I was a professional athlete to now, like, that stuff like doesn't even motivate me. Like I promise you, like it's weird because like my brain is like working opposite. Like whenever I'm looking for a woman, like I'm not thinking like yes, I have to be sexually attracted to you, but like I'm not even thinking on that level. Like I'm thinking like, bro, like it's like is she gonna know how to cook or clean like around my house? Like not even that because I couldn't clean myself, but I'm like, is she gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is she gonna give me a headache or not? Like look, my biggest thing is, are you gonna give me a headache and can I speak to you? Like, can I actually converse with you for anything more than 30 to 45 minutes? Like, without like you saying something that's gonna like get on my nerves. Like, other than that, shit, I don't give a damn shit. We can be best friends. That's literally like my only requirement. I'm serious. But like, but that's just me, for real. I'm not gonna be running up behind you either. I'm not one of those dudes that's gonna be running behind you. Hey, who you texting? Let me see your phone and this and that, man. Man, you gonna do whatever it is that you want to do. So why am I gonna be sitting there stressing about stuff that I can't control? So I'm not even one of those guys. I'm not. I promise you. So in any event, she gonna get the other 15 to 20 minutes from somewhere else. Then, bro, listen. If you're if you can only provide 15 to 20 minutes, and she need an extra 15 to 20 minutes, then you need to either speak to her and then like you need to get in shape so that you can then ultimately try to provide that. And bro, and then if you can't, then bro, that's just part of the game, bro. Bro, we don't belong to nobody, bro. Yeah, like I know you was just joking about that, but bro, all just aside, bro, like as an adult, bro, we don't belong to nobody, bro. So if she gonna do it, then she gonna do it. Then who cares? Like, just make sure that you're make sure that make sure that you are in a position to where it's not gonna affect you and that you can move on respectfully and peacefully. And you can walk away from the situation. Anything else is irrelevant. So the last thing on my mind is whether or not that my girl gonna be sleeping with somebody else. That's the last thing that's on my mind. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Why? Because I done been around the game. Bro, but that's a part of the game, bro. Living in some fantasy land, bro, that's a part of the game, bro. I promise you. I have seen some of the most unbelievable things that you could ever even possibly imagine from being a professional athlete and from playing high level college basketball. Not like no D2 or D3. I'm talking about like high major Division 1. I have seen some of the most unimaginable things that you could ever even imagine. Like literally, I have like this ain't even unbelievable. Like this is normal. Like I've never said these things, but it's true. I have literally seen 35, 40, 45, 50-year-old women who are full-blown married with children and a husband at home throwing themselves at 18 and 19-year-old college students. And like not just like throwing hints. I'm talking about like in full-blown like relationships with 19 with us as freshmen, 19, 20-year-old freshmen, bro. And like not even that. They are then using their husband's money to then buy us designer clothes. Because this was before student athletes was making $1 million a year. So like we needed like boosters. Bro, you crazy, boy. When I seen that, and when I seen one of my boys, I'm not gonna say his name, but when I seen one of my boys who at the time was a year older than me, whenever I was buying my own stuff and he looked at me and he was like, bro, stop doing that, bro. He was like, bro, stop buying your own stuff, bro. You doing it wrong. I was like 19. I was like 18, 19. I was like, what you mean? I'm trying to be independent. He was like, bro, you need to find you a sugar mama, bro. Find you one of these married women over here, bro. And bro, they're gonna buy you whatever you want. Do it. The shit, cause I was like, bro, where you get all these clothes from, bro? That's like $5,000-$10,000 worth of clothes. He was like, shit, my sugar mama just be buying me clothes, bro, all the time. I was like, where the fuck she get that money? He was like, that ain't my concern. Shit, probably from her husband or some shit. I don't know. And so yeah, bro, this is part of the game, bro. It is what it is. Who cares? It's part of the game, bro. You can't control somebody. If somebody gonna do what they want to do, if somebody, bro, people gonna do what they want to do. The moment that you stop trying to control people and you stop thinking that you're entitled to somebody and that you own somebody, life will go a lot more smooth. I live life stress-free. No issues in my life. None. Well, that's a lie. You're going on this rant. I'm going on this rant just because. I don't care. There's no skin on my bones. I promise you, I don't care. I promise you. I don't care. There's no skin on my bones. In any event, this class took a turn for the worse. You max, gang. What you mean max? What you mean max? What you mean max, Nico? Hold up. Got a coction? A coction? What's that mean? What's that mean? I'm a herbalist. What's that mean? Bro, I ain't even joking. This shit. What is that? What is that? I don't even know what that is. She giving it out. She just giving it out. What you mean? Nah, Atlanta. What you mean? Nah, speaking from experience, by the way. What you mean, Mozzie? Oh, speaking from experience, what? Not from somewhere else. What was I missing? Damn, bro, I feel like I'll be overboard. 1 hour minimum, dude. I'm gonna put y'all on. Only herbs. Bro pulled up the what? Huh? What? You be going for an hour? Fire? That's crazy. You need a woman that will bring you peace. I agree, Queen D. No, y'all glazing. What's going on? Aftercare. You need to find a woman. Okay, I already read. Okay, I'm caught up. Book you a massage. You be going for an hour? Nah, same for me. 1 hour minimum. Best route two. What you mean 1 hour? You be going for an hour, AC? What are you talking about? Are you talking about sexually? Is that what you think? If you bust before your girl, you gotta work on it. Well, nah. Well, yeah, of course not. No, I'm not gonna do that. But, you know, man, listen here. We're gonna get to the position that gets you to the point to where, you know what I'm saying, you can, get to that point as soon as possible, and not as soon as possible, but in the most efficient way possible, and then shit. I'm about 30 seconds right after. I swear to God, no bullshit. I'm not gonna be goofing around. You fucking crazy for an hour? Are you crazy? Niggas turn this joint R-rated, TVMA. I'm dead, Nico. What Nico say? Niggas turn this joint R-rated. Yeah, damn, Dean, I got the herbal remedy, brother. I make my own. I put you on. Not from somewhere else. Stay away from gas station rhinos. Well, as he said, yeah, shit. You take one of those, your heart burst. Your heart explode. Take one of them gas station rhinos. Heart explode. She just giving it out. Yeah, okay, I'm caught up. Now you max, gang. Yeah. Herbs. Hey, he got me dead as hell. Yeah. Look at them bags he got. Bro got the cock shit. That's crazy. What is that? Oh, multiple rounds. You crazy, AC. Die. You crazy as hell. I'm not going to multiple rounds, man. Shit. You crazy as hell, boy. You crazy as fuck. Man, I'm not going to multiple rounds, dog, every goddamn day. You crazy? AC, I gotta be productive, bro. I am not trying to be a sex demon. Yeah, sex, bro. Nah, it's great. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Man, we not entertaining that. Take them base hits, cuz. See, AC, that's your problem right there. All or nothing. That's why you got a problem with taking base hits. Shit, I'm a base hits kind of nigga across my entire life. I'm base hits all across the board, dog. That right there is your problem right there. Gotta make 5,000 per account, all or nothing. Shit. Either the pussy is in the cemetery with you, or nothing. I'm a basic kind of nigga across the board. Few strokes. I'll take a little peek to see if you came. If you didn't, I might go a few more strokes. Other than that, yep. And then I exercise the story of Shahrazad. I live to tell the story the next day. Word. Yeah. Anyway, what we talking about? Thanks for the heart me, Trader T. Trader T, I appreciate the heart me. Appreciate that, girl. Yeah, appreciate the heart me. Yeah, Shirley. I'm a basic kind of nigga. I ain't got the time to be fucking down for an hour, man. going 3 or 4 rounds, man. I was doing that when I was 19 years old, man. I'm not doing that nowadays, man. You crazy as shit. My priorities change. Well, man, she's gonna get this from somewhere else, man. It is what it is, man. I promise you. If my girl wanna feel the need in order to do that, then that's fine, then. Hey. Hey. If that's what you prioritize, then that's what you prioritize. Can't change it. Guys, not everybody's perfect. I know what I'm good at. I'm good. I'm really good for about 12 to 15 minutes, not including that foreplay. Other than that, I'm cooked. Not gonna be no damn mandingo goofing around. Shit. Fucking around them and fucking a bitch on the damn balcony doing all kind of weird ass shit. Fucking a bitch on the balcony and niggas is looking, doing all kind of weird shit from the kitchen to the damn, to the damn park and all kind of weird shit. Anyway, oh shoot, the pre-market trading plan. What am I talking about? Timestamp 10:49. Where did the time go? Man, I gotta send this pre-market trading plan. Guys, I'm gonna probably end this live stream here. Guys, listen. I'm gonna be live tomorrow at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, because I'm not gonna go to pre-market trading plan right now. Guys, I'm gonna just send it out inside the Discord. Guys, we need to be on alert. We need not be trading tomorrow immediately on open because of the war news. So guys, I'm gonna go over the pre-market trading plan. Guys, I'm gonna send that out today. We'll be live trading tomorrow at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning from Discord to go to pre-market trading plan. 10 o'clock p.m. from TikTok, 10 o'clock a.m. from TikTok. Some people might be trading live right now during whatchamacallit? During Asia, I'm not sure, but like they'll be inside the Discord. We didn't really have too many topics to talk about, so like that's why I sort of kind of veered off a little bit today. Guys, DM if you have any questions. nqinsider.com. Guys, guys, sometimes guys we're live. We'll just talk about life stuff and stuff like that. Sometimes every now and then, guys will veer off. Just talk about life stuff. Guys, I'll try and keep you entertained and stuff like that. But guys, all just aside, what I'm saying, guys, guys, don't be fooled by anything I got going on, guys. I'm not stressed out of my life at all. Guys, I got no issues, I promise you. So, guys, I'm serious, guys. Everything is cool. Guys, I just be going on rants sometimes. But at the end of the day, guys, I love you and I believe in you. I know that you can do this. Guys, I know that you can turn a corner as far as being profitable. And, guys, we just got to stay locked in. We just got to stay focused, okay? So, guys, listen. We'll be live tomorrow. Alrighty? And, I'm going to sign off. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. What charts are you trading tomorrow? NQ Futures next. Trading NQ Futures. Best to be on alert. Absolutely. We got to check about the NQ Insider Field Trip. Yeah, now for sure, bro. Absolutely. We're going to do one. Guys, we're going to do a meet and greet sometime soon for real. So, guys, like, I'm going to host something or something like that, guys. So we'll organize something or where like we'll put like some money inside of a pot or something like that, and like a group of people get to like fly out to like my crib or something like that. Like we can all day trade, what I'm saying, for like a little while. But we got to do that correctly, because if you trading with the props, like they might cook you. Because if we all traded from the same IP address, that might that might set up some red flags. But something, either that or like I'll do a giveaway to where like I'll treat somebody from the Discord, like 1 or 2 people from the Discord, to flying out here or something like that, because, I got like a 3-bedroom spot or something like that, and like we all can link up and like go live or something like that, I don't know. There's just some things I'm thinking about, maybe for like the 1-year anniversary of like me day trading or something like that, like I might do that. You know what I'm saying? Just because we already give out money to the people inside Discord. We already do that. But we might, do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a grand prize or something. I don't know. Something simple. Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's TJ's. Yeah. Holla at me, TJ. All right, Grant. I love you too, brother. I'll help you out, D. Yeah, help me out, AC. All right, Cole. Talk to you later, girl. Love you. I can't sleep unless E says he's proud of me. I'm proud of you, Dean. I really am, brother. You know I love you, bro. Real talk, brother. For real, man. I'm so proud of you, man. All the time, man. For you, man, for your daughter accomplishing that, man. Man, man, going to school, man, that's big time, brother. Seriously, man, big time. So, man, we're happy for you, Dean. All this aside, man. I seriously still remember you telling me that and how happy you were. That seriously made my week hearing that because I know what that means as a father. I'm not a father, but I know what that means because I remember how proud my father was of me, you know. And to see your little girl accomplish something like that, man, that's big time for sure. Big time. So yeah, man, we definitely look up to you, man, for sure. Alrighty, guys. Thanks to you strippers and wings on me, cuz. Scrippers. Free money. All right, Nico, you love the little Pepe memes. I gotta add more of those inside here for you, bro. I gotta add the little Pepe memes, some more here for you, bro. Those are hilarious. Whenever you send those, bro, I'll be laughing. All right, guys. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Talk soon. DM if you got any questions. I believe in you, and I love you.